Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a sold-out Messer Inc. at Achilles Center on the Union College campus in Schenectady, New York. It is Union College hockey on the Dutchman Broadcast Network. Union comes into the game with a record of 20-13-2, 15-5-1 in the ECAC, and they're up against the number 2 team in the country, the Cornell Big Red, 23-3-2. In overall, 17-2-2 in the ECAC, and this is a matchup of number 1 and number 2 in the conference on the last day of the regular season, and those two positions cannot change. Union will finish number 1, Cornell number 2, but this could be a preview of a matchup in Lake Placid during the ECAC championships in a couple of weeks. I am Matt Dubray alongside Brian Unger. Thank you so much for joining us. Backstopping for the Garnet and White tonight will be Jake Kupski. The junior's been hot. 10-9-2 on the year, 2.30 goals against average, and a .924 save percentage. Was in line for another win last night, but Colgate scored with under a minute to go, and Union had to settle for a 1-1 tie. Cornell, interestingly enough, is starting the backup. Hayden Stewart, the 6'3", 211-pound senior from Rockford, Illinois, has played 5 games this year, and he's got ridiculous numbers. 1.01 goals against average, .956 save percentage, 4-0-0 record, and 1 shutout. He has 20 games in his career, a 1.89 goals against average, .928 save percentage, 6-6-1, and 3 shutouts in 20 games. Those are pretty good numbers for your backup, and that's who Union will be facing tonight. It is senior night here at Messer Inc. at Achilles Center. And 4 seniors will be honored, including, and all of them are starting tonight, Ryan Scarfo having a fantastic year. He's going to be joined by J.C. Brassard, 19 points on the season for J.C. Elsewhere is Tyler Hines getting just his 2nd game of the year. He played in the Mayor's Cup, the Guilderland native, and he got 1 goal on 1 shot, and he has a perfect shooting percentage, and the fans are excited to see Heinze in the lineup. And Connor Lights, 6'5" senior from Sudbury, Massachusetts. No goals in 93 games in his career, and there's a good chance that Union College may try to feed him the puck. It wouldn't stun me to see Connor Light get some power play time here tonight if Union gets on the power play. I'm joined, as always, by Brian Unger. And Brian, senior night, last night of the regular season, number 1, number 2 in the conference. Cornell is going to go to the NCAA tournament no matter what. Union probably has to win the ECAC tournament, but they've got an outside shot. But in order for that shot to stay alive, Union absolutely has to win this game against Cornell tonight. It's interesting because with Cornell starting their backup netminder, what it says to me is it's just not quite as much of a must-win game for them as it is for Union College, which just surprises me a little bit. If for no other reason, that could lead to some locker room fodder for these two teams, and they could meet up in Lake Placid in a couple of weeks.
It makes it more important for Union to win this game and put just a little bit of doubt into Cornell's minds if the two teams meet again in Lake Placid. The only way these two teams can meet in the ECAC tournament is in the championship game, the top 2 seeds. And we'll see if Mike Schaefer's strategy pays off or not. Pretty much everything he's done this year has worked. Cornell is the best winning percentage in the nation, coming in at 23-3-2, and just pretty much handling all comers this year. How about Union's going to come out with a lot of spark. I think they're a little disappointed with the 1-1 tie last night, especially the 3 shots they had in the 3rd period in overtime total. And Union certainly wants to get that confidence, that mental edge against Cornell. And maybe in the very, very, very dark back recesses of their minds, they realize the at-large bid, which is a long shot right now based on the pairwise, hinges on them beating Cornell. They can't beat Cornell tonight. The only way into the tournament is to win the White Law Cup.
And other than that, you just want to be going into the postseason on a high note. The coaching staff was not thrilled with the squad's effort last night. So that was made very apparent following the game. And you want to be playing your best hockey. I mean, the reality is Union is still 8-1-1 in their last 10. They were 9-1 in their last 10 going into last night's game, so the team has been playing well. But you know what? From here on out, it's going to be teams of Cornell's caliber the rest of the way. So, you want to make sure that you're ready to take on this quality opposition.
Yeah, Cornell's extraordinarily quick. They're the quickest team we've seen all year, and they battle as well. So the things that Colgate did well last night to keep Union at bay, Cornell is better at by default in terms of speed, forecheck, battle level, work along the boards. So if the Dutchmen don't elevate their play from last night, Cornell's going to be in good shape.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear what Coach Rick Bennett had to say about last night and tonight. Don't go anywhere. Union College Hockey on the Dutchman Broadcast Network.
What can you do with 2 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches for $5 from Dunkin'? Settle a debt, make a friend, save the day, or keep them both for this handsome devil. With 2 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches for $5, the future is in your hands. America runs on Dunkin'.
Freshly ground, freshly brewed all day. Smooth from first sip to last. This is brewed for you. Dunkin' Donuts. This is coffee.
College campus is connected in New York, getting set for Cornell against Union. A lot to talk about, but Brian, hit us with the starters first, please.
Cornell will start with Brendan Locke centering Tristan Mullen and Angela Angelo. Defensively, it will be Yanni Caldas and Alex Green, and in net, the senior Hayden Stewart. Seniors and the captain for Union, Scarfel, Cole Meyer, and Tyler Hines. Offensively, Connor Light and J.C. Broussard back on the blue line, and the junior Jake Kupski gets to start net for Union.
Teams at center ice. Puck is dropped, and we are underway. Thank you so much for joining us on the Dutchman Broadcast Network. Matt DeBray, Brian Unger, bringing you Union College hockey, taking on the Cornell Big Red. Cornell #1 in the ECAC, and that's locked in. Union #2 in the ECAC, and that is also locked in. During the broadcast, we'll talk about the rest of what's going on. Here's Hines in front, getting a scoring opportunity right off the rip, and Brian, wouldn't that have been something?
Yeah, we've seen some things on senior night before, and Hines just 20 seconds in jams the net. Cornell lines up 4 guys on the blue line, dares Union to dump and chase. It's an excellent job by Cole Meyer retrieving. He actually kicked the puck in front of the net with his skate, and Meyer just bursted in from the right wing. A jam play knocks the net off its moorings, and Hines will stay on the ice as the faceoff comes back to neutral ice.
Face-off on the near side, just over the blue line. Won again by Union. Broussard kicks it over to Connor Light. Connor Light zips it around. Hines into the right wing corner. It's knocked away by Cornell. Rolling puck, settled down, and up come the Big Red on the right wing side. Centering pass deflected. Scarfo chops it up off the glass, and it does bounce out to center ice. Dumped in offside, so Cornell will go ahead and make a change. Union will do the same. Connor Light makes a move coming out of the zone. Flips it in before he hits the red line. This game was basically a sellout as of Monday, Brian, and the home fans are here. A couple Cornell players collide, and that creates a turnover. Union, however, has a hard time picking up the puck over the blue line, and that gives the Big Red a chance to recover.
It was Nuttall and Mallet colliding at the blue line, but Cornell able to regroup. Balanced attack for the Big Red. They have the Locke unit that started. They have 18 goals between them. The Yates unit, which is out right now, 21 goals. And then the Kyle Betts unit coming out, the third line, 18 goals. Makes it a little difficult to match up for Rick Bennett, even though he's the home team. But you figure he's got faith in the 6 D-men. He's going to roll all 4 lines and kind of let the game flow as it is. Worry about his guys. Face-off
Left wing side of Union's netminder. Union keeps and sends it down ice. Rolls in on net, so no icing called here.
Brendan Taylor back in the lineup, so Harrison shifts back to wing. That line's out right now for Union. Taylor missed the last 3.
Cornell back out. Big Red come up on the right wing side. J.C. Broussard will lead the attack. Feeds it over to Campolito, who was not in the lineup last night. Back in there tonight. Cornell sends the puck up on the right wing side. Centering feed. Deflects away. Driving towards the net. Post Starrett taken down right in front of the referee.
C.J. Hannafin and Anthony Kenny are the refs tonight, by the way. Hannafin did not bring either arm to the game last night, so expect a lot to get away with tonight as well.
Shot from the left side by Estes, and I don't know if Hines got a piece of it.
And there's a hit after the whistle. And some pushing and shoving.
Well, that looks strange. I don't know if we'll get a replay of that, Brian, but it looked to me like Hines hit a mellophone. I mean, he must have been shoved into him, but it was very awkward looking.
Yeah, well, Hines is definitely playing with some jam, and as I mentioned, penalties are going to be scarce in this game. Let's just call it what it is. And he had a couple of facials and so on and so forth, but ref's going to let him play in the early going. We'll see if that escalates. Both teams were successful in the power play when they played back a couple weeks ago in Ithaca. Cornell 2 for 5, Union 2 for 3.
Lines are available on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Union Hockey Radio, if you want to follow along. And no icing here. As hustling back is Light. gets some help from Cole Meyer. 3-on-2 for the Dutchman. Union gets it free briefly. It's almost stripped, but Union does get it out. Scarfo at center ice. Now the ECAC standings, as we'll update you on the out-of-town scoreboard, only 3 points separate 5 through 9, so a whole lot yet to be decided. We do know Cornell will finish number 1, Union number 2, St. Lawrence number 12, RPI number 11, and Brown number 10.
Scarfo came in with a high shot, and then backing, or when Stort went down in the butterflies, right skate hit the post, knocked it off the moorings. So I did a stoppage in play just 3 minutes in.
Taking a look at the all-time series, Cornell has a pretty big lead on Union, 34, 20, and 8 all-time. Union is 9-14-5 against Cornell here at Mesa Rink. Union has not defeated Cornell actually in the past 6 games. Last Union victory coming back in 2016, a 5-1 win in Ithaca. And these two teams have developed a bit of a rivalry over the last several years, Brian, as they've met each other a few times in the playoffs and in the ECAC championships.
The national championship season, Union eliminated Cornell in the conference semifinals. And then the next year, it eliminated them again. Cornell returned the favor last year with a win in the semifinals. And a couple of years prior to that, sweeping out Union in 2.
And there's a chance that these two teams could meet again in Lake Placid this year. It's certainly what both of them are hoping for anyway. Union back in their own end. Here come the Dutchmen. Flipped in, left wing side. Rolled all the way around to the Zamboni corner. Both these squads will be off next week. And then back in action at home with opponents to be determined. Cornell knows that they'll be playing the lowest remaining seed, and Union will be playing the second lowest remaining seed. We do know that Union could not possibly play Dartmouth or St. Lawrence. And that's all we know right now. We know that it's scoreless and Union is offsides. We've got a stoppage of play.
Well, Brendan Smith's a key defenseman for Mike Schaefer's squad. Played against RPI last night, not in the lineup tonight. So Matt Cairns, the freshman, is in. And he has played all of 9 games since his 10th career game. But it looks like in the early going, it's a 5-man defensive rotation, although Cairns is now out on the left D spot. So we'll just keep an eye on that throughout the night as he's paired up with Matt Nuttall.
Only one out-of-town score to report. RPI leads Colgate 1-0 early in the first. Everything else scoreless.
Those two teams could be seeing each other again next weekend, but it's a log jam, as you mentioned, Matt, 6 through 9.
Union keeps the puck into the left point. Shot by Kosak, deflects. Catching some air for the Big Red was Noah Bald, able to glove it down.
Union doing a good job finishing their checks, trying to slow down Cornell as one of their attributes is they're lightning quick.
Cornell in the Union zone, coming up on 5 minutes gone in the first period. No score. Sent towards the net. And a bit of traffic in front, but the puck goes wide. Deflected up on the right wing. Cairns in the Zamboni corner takes a hard hit.
Well, you wonder about Tyler Hines, only his 2nd game all year. It's early, but he is getting a regular shift out on that 4th line.
Coleus with a fantastic hip check, but the Cornell player is hurt. Here comes Union's Morgan. Morgan jamming at it. Stopped by Stewart, and the player is still hurting down on the ice, Brian.
Green never saw Coleus. I thought it was a clean hit. They're going to blow this play dead.
Yeah, it absolutely was a clean hit, but the player is hurt. And
or
that's Alex Rauter.
Rauter, I'm sorry, 8, not, or is it Caldas? I can't see the number.
I thought, oh, 6, I'm sorry. I thought it was, we're both, Alex
Green.
Green.
It is
yeah,
Green.
Freshman. I thought I saw a 4 for some reason.
For a second, I thought it was an 8, but it's Green, the freshman defenseman, and he was just coming up the right wing, and he didn't see Coleus, right?
That's why you skate with your head up, right?
With a hip check. And
we're going to take a look at it, Brian. We got a replay here on the Pack Network video stream, and his head was down, and
well, the puck was in his skates, so his head was down, and he was trying to get the puck out of his skates and stepping up as Coleus on the play and got his hip out, and Still on all fours is Alex Green. Does have 2 goals this year, and now he's up. He's going to head to the locker room. So I just mentioned, Matt, with Cairns in the lineup, you wondered how much of a 6-man D rotation would Cornell go with. And Green's another defenseman, so they're now down to 5D, pending, see if Green comes back.
Yeah, he's going to the locker room.
5.5 minutes into the first period. Brown Coach is the official charter company and proud supporter of Union College Athletics. Call Brown Coach or Brown Travel for all your charter and travel needs.
So the face-off will be to the right-hand side of Hayden Stewart. Again, ridiculous numbers for a backup senior netminder. I'm surprised by this move, to be honest with you.
Stewart has stopped 89 of 91 shots this year. It's a turnover.
Here's Locke. Left wing side, trying to center it. Cuts back to the point. Driving towards the net. Back to the side of the net. Now poked in behind by Morgan. Morgan battling. Coleus comes up with it. Feeds it up ahead to Scarfo.
And Morgan tripped up Heiskanen right in front of the net.
Rubbed out. Here's Rinaldi, right wing side. Cornell gets it back out. Certainly no shortage of physical play in this game.
Not surprising.
Here's Rinaldi dropping it back. Brassard's shot is blocked off of a skate. Comes back out to neutral ice. Campolito zips it in.
Angelo, the leading scorer, not afraid to sacrifice the body and block the shot.
You know, something I'm happy about, Brian, is Cornell always travels very well to this rink. Of course, not very far away. Cornell travels well, but a lot of the stands that in years past have been occupied by Cornell fans are occupied by Dutchman fans. And they got a 2-on-2, possible 3-on-2. Rinaldi, right side, fire save, Stewart. Rebound, chopped to the corner.
Tried to go high glove side, but Stewart was there.
Another backhander, and Stewart barely squeezes the legs together to hang on.
And that one was through traffic with Sebastian Vidmar in front, but Union's doing a pretty good job of getting through the neutral zone, using their own speed, and getting Cornell a little bit back on their heels. As a result, Union's got 4 of the 5 shots in this game. They're still scoreless.
Now, don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of Cornell contingent on hand, but
including the band.
Yes.
Now, Stewart hasn't played in 14 games. His last start was against Princeton, a 7-1 win for Cornell back on January 5th. Since then, Galaida's had 13 consecutive starts.
Shot from the blue line with a screen in front, and I don't think Stewart had to play. I think it was deflected in front and it goes wide. Yeah, 4-0-0 is not too shabby for a backup. Estes with a bomb off the shoulder of Stewart.
Yeah, tried to go high blocker side. He had time and space. Good positioning by Stewart.
The Dutchmen are certainly testing the senior netminder.
Helps that he's 6'3", 211. A lot of big goalies in this league.
Yes, there is.
Galaida's not one of them, but Stewart is.
And a lot of good goalies in the ECAC. Cornell is known for having some good goalies.
They've had a couple back in the day. Yep.
I hear there's one that was kind of famous.
And Galaida's only a freshman.
Long pass up on the right side.
Could that be your boy Ben Scrivens or perhaps Ken Dryden you're talking about?
That Dryden name rings a little bit of a bell.
Yeah, Scrivens played for the Canadian Olympic team that won a bronze medal.
Ooh, Union sends it in front looking for Tyler Hines, but he had his stick held and could not get a shot on net.
Coleus has been skating very well in the early going. Nice dive there to pinch off Shantz as he came in on the right wing.
Hines flips it up on the left wing. Melifone follows it up. However, it's taken by the Big Red. Swinging in behind his own net, Bo Sterrett. Sterrett rolls it in left wing side. Kupski will poke it to the corner. Campbell is there, swings it around, misses Coleus, so it's going to be picked up by Yanni Caldis. Caldis getting worked over by a Melifone. Puck back in behind the Union net. Big Red's still on it. Comes over to Shantz. Drops it in behind. Looking for Cairns. Cairns in the corner. Leaves it in behind for Fiegel. Good cycle here for the Big Red. Shantz turns, fires, hits his own man in front, and Campbell picks up the puck.
Sterrett was trying to set up a screen. Sterrett's 6'5", 222, just couldn't get out of the way.
I don't think I've heard the building this loud this year.
That's fired up.
Cornell from in behind their own net. Long lead pass on the right side. Brassard delivers a good hit there on Tristan Mullen. Always a great atmosphere. Brassard sends it up, deflected in by Scarfo. Knocked back out to center ice by Cornell. Losing his stick was Locke. Cornell recovers the puck in behind. Recovering his stick is Locke, and the Big Red back out to center ice. Another hip check. This time it's Campolito. He takes an extra shot.
I think Union.
Oh, there's a big hit in the corner. Leveled there was Sapinski.
Angelo with the clean hit in the corner.
Drop pass by Sapinski, sent high over the net by Scarfo, or Rinaldi right side. Estes tries to center it to Rinaldi, just misses him. Rinaldi feeds it up top. Blast, glove save by Stewart as he flashes the glove hand.
Yeah, I think Union wasn't told by their coaches to step up at the blue line and prevent that Cornell team from coming in on the rush. Good news for Cornell, bolting out of the locker room and looking very healthy is Alex Green, who is the victim of that Coleus hip check a few minutes ago. So looks like Green is a hockey player. He's going to miss a shift or two, but he's going to be back at it.
Only one shot for the Big Red in the first 10 minutes of this period. Face-off will be to Stewart's right. Won by Union, unable to get the shot away, however, is Kosak. Union pushes the puck in behind. Wrap around, stop by Stewart.
Stewart got the pad down. Walker couldn't elevate.
Taken by the Big Red. There's a steal by Walker. Walker backhands it towards the net. Kosak tripped up as he tries to pull the trigger. Then he's run hard into the Zamboni corner, right wing side. 4, 5, 6 skaters now looking for the puck. Cornell comes up with it. Estes comes off ice a little frustrated about something. I can't quite tell what. The Big Red come in 2-on-3. That shot is blocked, goes into the corner.
It's a nice shot by Campbell, stepping up, closing the gap on Yates, who came in off the rush and poking that shot into the corner.
Cornell, right point, centering it. They got to change it on the fly. That puck is blocked by Hines, comes out to center ice. There's Cornell again. Betts with a shot from the right side. That's blocked by Coleus. Comes down, half wall near side, back out to center ice. Hines strips it from Cairns. Tyler Hines tries to pull it back and just can't get the shot away. That puck is bouncing in the high slot. Knocked away from Hines again.
Hines went with the toe drag, and Cairns said no thank you. Knocked the puck off the senior stick.
9 minutes remaining in a scoreless first period. 9-1 shots on goal in favor of Union right now. Broussard right up the gut. Over the blue line, a shot save. Stewart looked behind him. That was dramatic, but he had it.
No pressure in neutral zone play for Cornell. They backed up, seeded the blue line, and the Dutchmen get a good scoring opportunity.
All right, that gives us a chance as we do a little ice cleanup to thank some of the sponsors for bringing you the video stream of Union College hockey, including Center Street Pub, the next best place to watch hockey. We also want to thank Orda Real Estate, Development, Management, and Ownership. I want to thank Northeastern Fine Jewelry for their support of Union hockey. And we want to thank your hometown bank, Trusco Bank.
And of course, you can visit Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady, open for lunch and dinner before or after Union games. It's the place to watch college football and hockey with friends and family. Bring in your Union ticket on game day for 10% off your bill. Or if you're looking for a great place to enjoy dinner after the game, check out the Van Dyke and their on-site Mad Jack Brewery, located in Schenectady Stockade District. Or you can grab dinner with friends after the game at Pinhead Susan's, located at the corner of Broadway and Liberty in downtown Schenectady. Pinheads offers traditional Irish pub fare and Mad Jack brews.
Face off, to the right-hand side of Stewart.
A shot by Morgan getting to that puck in the corner.
Big scrum in the corner. 2-on-3. Cornell wins it, moves it to the far side wall. Meyer comes across with a hit. Campolito able to keep it alive, but the Big Red recover. Thrown in front. Scarfo was actually down low, just couldn't get to that puck. Broussard sending it through. That deflected and went just wide off the near side post. Did not miss by much.
Stewart didn't see it after it changed direction.
Union turns over the puck, but the Big Red are off sides, and we'll get a stoppage.
Yeah, we'll see if Cornell adjusts their play in the neutral zone. We saw in that last rush right before the break with Broussard. He came in and nobody challenged him. And he was able to gain the blue line and got a hard wrister off through his screen. Union, on the other hand, is all over the Big Red in the neutral zone, especially at their own blue line. One of the reasons why Cornell's got one shot on goal. We're 12 minutes into the first period.
Last night, Colgate outshot Union 9-7 in the first frame.
Remember that first period at Lino Rink, the Big Red were all over the Dutchmen.
Oh, there's a big hit in behind. And Union skid. That's a little revenge, perhaps, as Coleus is upended.
And Jason Tapp thought that there was a high stick by Mullen on Coleus, but play continues.
And here comes Rinaldi. He takes a hard hit. Bodies are flying everywhere out there. Coleus left point. Takes another hit, gets the puck in deep. Half wall, left side. Coley stepping up. Sapinski. Oh, and he is hit hard. That was risky. Shot. Save. Stewart deflects it to the corner. Good rebound control. Now up top, Campbell lets it go, and that's blocked by Mullen, who's a little shaken up, but challenges Campbell. Campbell keeps the play alive. Vidmar turns, fires, deflected. Shot. Stewart is out of position. Puck pushed in behind.
Penalty going to be on Union?
Must be. Cornell has the puck. So Union has it, and the whistle blows, so the Dutchmen are going to be shorthanded.
Pointing to Campbell?
Walker, oh no, it is Campbell, yep.
So it must have happened behind the play, and there was kind of a pinball in front. Sapinski tried to do a spin to get on his forehand. By the time he got there, Stewart was back in position, and then afterwards, Campbell picks up the minor, so Cornell will get their first power play of the game. We mentioned they had 2 power play goals against Union in Ithaca, 2 for 5, including the game winner that was scored by Locke. On the year, the Cornell power play is at 16.2%, 44th in the nation, 12.6% league play. That's 10th in the ECAC. The Dutchman penalty kill, 81.3%, 29th in the nation, 4th in the league at 84.9%, but clicking at about 91% in 2018. It's gotten a lot better as the year's gone along. And really, the game they struggled the most against was probably against Cornell.
Scarfo almost getting a steal there. Cornell, a little miscommunication. Scarfo doing a heck of a job.
Shots are 13-1 in favor of the Dutchman, but Cornell on the power play.
And still no score. Cornell over with 3 skaters, poked away nicely, and Meyer will send it down ice.
Haven't seen Union better this year at Leeds at the blue line. Excellent job by Broussard to step up and disrupt the Cornell rush.
Yates throws it back in behind. Puck pushed in. Cornell going to drop it and swap it a couple of times in behind. Now they'll come up. Union being very aggressive. Here comes Cornell. Pass to the left side. 3-on-2 over the blue line. Carried in by Angelo. Sent to the back door. Swept to the slot. What a save! Another shot. They score! Getting Cornell on the board will be Yanni Kaldis, his 4th of the year. And unfortunately, it's going to take away perhaps the best save of the year for Jake Kupski.
Yeah, Angelo comes in with a speed rush on the left side, gets an edge on the Union defenseman, feeds it in front. Kupski with basically a circus save with the right pad, but the Dutchmen are completely out of position and open from the blue line as Caldas steps in as Kupski is trying to get back into position and beats Kupski high glove side. So despite the fact the shots were 13-3 in favor of Union, Campbell takes the penalty, and Cornell immediately capitalizes with the power play goal, and they are up 1-0. And look, Cornell doesn't lose, Matt. They've lost 3 games all year, but when they score first, they are practically unbeatable this season, as they are 20 wins and 1 loss this year when they score the first goal.
Here's J.C. Broussard in the corner. Union pinballing it a bit. Campolito chips it around. Kept in up top by Cairns, moved over to the right side. A shot, save made through traffic by Kupski. Another good opportunity there.
Router and Yates get the assists.
Caldis' 4th of the year. Union dumps it down ice. 5.5 remaining in the period. Fired wide of the Union net. 13-4 shots in favor of Union, but they trail 1-0. Brendan Taylor tosses it rink wide to the left wing corner. Melifone goes in after it, comes up with the puck, feeds it to the left point. Connor Light over to Estes. Estes, shot, that's blocked. Estes trying to follow it up to the half wall against Fiegel. Sapinski takes a hard bump down low. Adams takes a hit. Sapinski in behind and worked along the board.
Penalty on Cornell.
Hines comes up with the puck. Hines throws it in front, hits a Cornell player, stepping up is Light. I thought Light had that, but they blow the play dead.
Well, that's a great job by the Union 4th line coming back after Cornell scores to outwork the Big Red behind the net. It was Taylor who got held on the play. Starrett will go to the box, Union on the power play. And the coaches lamented the work effort by Union last night, but that was all hard work there by the Dutchmen to get their first power play of the game.
Let's take a look at the Cornell goal that's made us, we'll take a break, we'll hold on off that. We'll do that after this next stoppage. Power play about to begin.
Union power play at 20.9% on the season. Cornell penalty kill 84.8%.
Well, I think the Union power play was the difference in that Cornell game at Cornell, Brian.
They had 2 power play goals and 3 opportunities.
Vidmar up top. Campbell left side, back to Campbell. Campbell over to Walker right side. Walker centers it. Oh, trying to tip it back to him with Sapinski. Walker, I don't think, was anticipating that, and Cornell gets it out. Campbell back at center ice, comes across left side. A local rink celebrity, Ken Schott, by the way, is the guest PA announcer tonight. Doing a heck of a job. Way to go, Ken. Puck in behind the Union net. Campbell will start it up. Minute 10 remaining.
Dutchmen change up their power play unit. Betts with a good forecheck. Campbell's forced to retreat behind his own net.
Union pass to the left side. Here comes Scarfo leading the rush. Drops it to the left wing. Shot saves Stewart, and he'll hang on off the stick of Vascolius.
And that's good news for Union. I realize they're on the power play still, but they're using their speed. They're getting through the neutral zone. It's an opportunity off of the rush.
Quickly taking a look here at the Cornell goal. Ridiculous save by Kupski, but able to find it and step in front and roof it was the goal scorer Caldis. It was Router who was denied. Router does have 8 goals on the year.
He picks up the primary assist as a result, but a spectacular right pad save, skate save by Kupski. Couldn't control the rebound. Can't blame him for that.
Not at all.
Caldis on the man advantage, was the open man, just knocks it home for the 1-0 lead.
50 seconds left on the power play. Face-off won by Union. Move D to D. Brassard and Colias swapping it. Fed down to the right wing circle. Center of the blue line for Brassard. Over to the left to Colias. Colias circles back up. Now will throw it down low. And turning is Morgan. Morgan to the corner to Meyer. Back up top now. Colias to Brassard. Back to Colias, trying to create some space. Brassard with a shot, save, rebound, score! Ryan Scarfo, the senior on senior night, ties the game at 1 on the power play.
Listen to this barn, Matt. It has been louder all year. Stewart couldn't control the rebound from the blast from the blue line. And if Union's going to score, it's coming off the stick of Ryan Scarfo. He is white hot. That's goal number 20 on the season. 5 points in his last 5 games. You know what Ryan Scarfo does? He just goes to the net and cashes in on loose pucks. He's having a banner year for the Union College Dutchmen. Teams swap power play goals, and this game is even at 1.
20th goal of the year. Ryan Scarfo. I believe Brassard will get 1 assist.
Brassard had the haymaker from the blue line, and Stewart kicked the rebound out. He tried to put it in the corner, but it just glanced off his pads right to the near post. And Scarfo had to hesitate before he could knock it in the open net. And Scarfo knocks it in. Power play goal number 9 on the year for Scarfo. So of his 29 have come with the man advantage.
Here comes Walker right side. Walker rolls it in behind. Walker takes a bump, puck in behind. Pace of the game has slowed down a little bit in the last few minutes, but it was pretty blistering for the first half of the first period.
Anyone who thought that number 1 versus number 2, nothing on the line late in the season, wouldn't muster a lot of energy. They are sadly mistaken.
Here's Harrison in behind. Harrison has it chopped off his stick. Union still has it in behind. Tossed up top, Light with a shot that's blocked. Cornell will come out. Could be a 3-on-2. I think they're going to try to get a change instead. They dump it to the wall.
Yep, and again, Estes steps up, and no time or space for the Big Red to operate in the neutral zone.
There's Rinaldi rolling it into the corner. All the way around to Sapinski. Sapinski.
Liam Morgan, by the way, gets the secondary assist on the Scarfo goal.
3-on-2 Cornell over to the left side. Fired well wide of the net. Half wall right side. In behind the Union net. Up to the circle, a blast. They score.
Yep. Cairns is an offensive-minded defenseman. We've seen him a couple of times in this game. Had some thoughts about going to the net. As I mentioned that, it's his first goal of his career. But he takes the first shot, it goes wide. He comes back and gets the puck back to him, and Kupski lost his angle. Kupski was deep in the net, and that was right in front of us. Cairns was just above the face-off dot. There was a little bit of traffic in front, but Kupski was not square to the shooter. And as a result, the far side of the net was wide open. Credit Cairns for getting that puck through traffic. Knocks it in the back of the net. And for the freshman who did not play last night against RPI, picks up his first point. in his career in his 10th game. Good news for you, Matty, is an Edmonton Oilers draft pick.
Shot towards the net. Don't talk to me about the Oilers right now. 5 skaters in behind. Still 90 seconds to go in the period. Only 6 shots for the Big Red, but they've scored on 2 of them. Puck bouncing to the side of the net. Stewart reaches down and covers up. Let's take a look at the 2 recent goals, including Union's game-tying goal on the power play. Coming off the stick of Ryan Scarfo, Morgan fed it to Brassard with a blast through traffic, save with a rebound right onto the stick of Scarfo, who was all alone, who buries it, his 20th of the year. That tied the game at 1, but just a couple of minutes later, Matt Cairns, the freshman defenseman, came in and missed the net pretty wide, and then he gets a puck in front, caught Kupski sliding a little bit too deep, still found about 3 inches of space on the far side post to put that in. That looked like a goal scorer's goal. And
Scarfo tied it at 16:47. Cairns gives Cornell their second lead of the game at 18:04. Angelo and Locke with the assists.
Now here's a turnover. Cornell in the corner. Shot, save, Kupski, rebound is loose right in front. Still loose. Now Union takes it in behind. Here's Estes.
Barron got inside positioning on Connor Light. Kupski forced to make a difficult save from in close.
Icing is going to be called here against the Dutchman as we hit the final minute of play in period number 1.
7 shots by Cornell, but they all have been pretty loud in this 2-1 lead for the Big Red.
Here's the Cornell goal. And Cairns, who had missed originally, was calling for it. And Kupski, I mean, that puck basically went right off the inside of the post and in. So Cairns found the perfect spot. That was a goal scorer's goal.
Yeah, Mullen was right in front. He's only 6'2", 193, but provided a good, I only say that because everybody in Cornell has got a lot of size. But Kupski was screened as well. And that one hits the crossbar. Kupski late to see it with the glove side, hit the outside of the post.
44 seconds to go here in the first. 2-1 Cornell leads, 16-7 shots in favor of Union. They had, it was about 11-1, I think.
13-1 at one
13-1,
point.
so
Yep.
it's evened up a bit since then.
Yep.
Each team's had a power play.
Turning point was Campbell with the penalty, and Cornell found their game with the power play goal.
Here comes Cornell in, left side, couple of hits, puck rolls to the half wall, deflected up, taken by Harrison, 1-on-3, he'll chase it to the corner, dug out there by McCray. Sapinski calling for it, Campbell fires it wide of the net.
Couple of players.
Just 2 seconds left.
Couple of players were tangled in the corner, that's why the fans were upset, as Harrison couldn't get off or get back on his skates. Looks like Locke was all over him, and all of a sudden the puck goes into that corner, and neither player can handle. That's why you hear the crowd yelling, but no penalties called in Cornell after the opening 20 minutes. Skates in the locker room with 2-1 lead.
Let's take a look at the goals. Cornell got on the board first with the goal from Yanni Caldis. Caldis buries it in the corner, and that gave the Cornell the 1-0 lead. That was just their 3rd shot of the game, and that was a rebound, so they had 2 shots there. Then Union would answer back on the power play. On the doorstep, the senior Ryan Scarfo, his 20th of the year, to tie it at 1, but a couple of minutes later, Cornell would answer back. Matt Cairns, the 6'3" freshman, would score his first career goal, and Cornell leads 2-1 after 1. 16 shots for Union, 7 for the Cornell Big Red. We are joined on air now by a senior winger, Tyler Hines. Tyler, thanks so much for taking the time to join us.
Yeah, no problem.
2-1 here after 1 period of play. Give us your thoughts on the first period.
I mean, for the beginning, I think we started off hot, out shooting them. I think it, as the period got going, it was a little different story. It's always hard when they score 1 and 2 shots. Not that it's Cupper's fault. He bared us out. He bared down last night, so we got to bear down for him now and pick him up.
Only your second game of the year, but off the opening shift, you're right in front. It was Meyer kicked the puck right to you. You almost got one. Just take us through that play.
Yeah, obviously a lot of emotion going on there. First shift, senior night, starting the game off. Haven't done that in a while. Haven't played in a while for that matter, but just trying to keep it simple out there, lay the body when I can. Cole made a good play down low, 1-2 draws that shift, and good things happen when you do that.
Hines, it's senior night, obviously. You think a lot about your career here. Is there a particular memory or something you think you're going to think of as you get set to graduate?
You know, it was just a couple weeks ago, but I'd be lying if I said that Mayor's Cup win and that goal wasn't up there for my career here. But I've watched and been a part of a lot of good teams here. Played with a lot of great guys, made a lot of great friends, and you know, as you can tell with this crowd tonight, it's a phenomenal place to play. Happy I came here, and you know, let's see if we can finish it up with a win here.
You know, Tyler, you led the nation in shooting percentage. Did you have any thoughts of turning down playing tonight so you could talk about that?
I didn't have any thoughts of turning down playing, but I had thoughts of turning down a shot on goal. But I guess first shift I kind of ruined it. But yeah, you know, what can I say? Blind squirrels find nuts once in a while, and I got lucky.
Tyler, thanks so much for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem.
Tyler Hines, senior winger, joining us after first period. And he had a great period. He had a lot of jam, had a couple good scoring opportunities, and Heinze, as we had talked about, had you know, 1 goal and 1 shot in the Mayor's Cup game, just the second game of the year. And you know, he's a local product out of Guilderland, and him and his family have always been great. And Tyler Hines will be missed.
Yeah, he's a good character guy. He's one of those glue guys. Does a lot behind the scenes, and he looked pretty good out there. You know, you wonder what Tyler Hines can keep it up for 3 periods. Game conditioning will be an issue, but this is a type of gamer. If Tyler Hines can stay above the puck, he can be very, very effective. He's a very physical player. He can go in the corners. He can win some battles. He was on the ice, you know, a key point of this game, and Union was down 1-0. That fourth line comes out. They start working behind the net. Heinze was one of those guys. They draw the penalty. They tie it up. Cornell subsequently comes back and takes the lead, but there's Union's goal. Heinz's line drew the penalty, and the Dutchmen were able to capitalize on the power play.
It's 2-1 here. Cornell over Union. Again, looking at the goals here, we see the Union with the Union goal and Scarfo burying it, and that's the Dutchman goal. Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, Quinnipiac and Clarkson are tied at 1. Yale leads Harvard 1-0. Dartmouth and Brown are scoreless in the first. Princeton ahead of St. Lawrence 2-0. Colgate and RPI, Crosstown and Troy are knotted up at 1. In the ECAC standings, Cornell in first place. They are 23-3-2, and they are guaranteed to finish in the first place. Their first Cleary Cup since 2004-2005. A little surprising to me. Union in second place with 31, and they are locked into that position. Clarkson and Harvard have opportunities to finish third or fourth, depending. If Harvard wins and Clarkson loses, Harvard will finish third, Clarkson fourth. Any other result, and Clarkson will finish third, and Harvard fourth. Dartmouth is in fifth place, and Colgate would need a win and a Dartmouth loss.
Dartmouth is locked in, I believe.
Oh, they are locked into fifth place, that's right. And Colgate, however, is in the mix for that 6, 7, 8, and 9 position. Colgate with 21 points in 6th. Princeton and Quinnipiac each with 20 with 7. And Yale with 19 points in 9th. I don't have it right off the top of my head. Do you happen to know who wins the Colgate-Yale tiebreaker?
Well, the ECAC put out a list of scenarios today, and it's about 130 pages long. So no, it depends on a whole bunch of things, including what the weather is in both cities and whether or not the Giants win the season opener in September.
Brown is locked into 10th place, Rensselaer locked into 11th place, and St. Lawrence locked into 12th place. First round of the playoffs will be next week, and Cornell, Union, Clarkson, and Harvard will not be participating. They will be hosting the remaining teams 2 weeks from now. Here in Schenectady, it's 2-1 Cornell over Union. We're going to take a bit of a break. We'll come back and have we're going to come back and have an interview with Rick Bennett, actually. We talked to him about a couple other things going on in the world of college hockey and a couple other off-ice things, and we'll hear from Rick Bennett when we come back, so don't go anywhere. Union College Hockey on the Dutchman Broadcast Network.
What can you do with 2 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches for $5 from Dunkin'? Settle a debt, make a friend, save the day, or keep them both for this handsome devil. With 2 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches for $5, the future is in your hands. America runs on Dunkin'.
My name's David Harris, and I'm honored to have been selected as the 19th president of Union College. I want to thank the Board of Trustees, the search committee, and everyone else who was involved in the search process. Now, I know in the years ahead we'll have plenty of time to get to know one another, but I'm excited to have this opportunity today to talk with you a little bit about my background, about its connection to Union College, and about some of what we'll accomplish together in the years ahead. 30 years ago, I was a freshman at Northwestern University. I grew up in the Philadelphia area. I'd never been west of Ohio, and I arrived on campus thinking I knew what I was going to be doing the rest of my life. I was going to journalism school. My path was affected in positive ways by a number of faculty and academic staff. It was the engineering advising dean who gave me privilege to move from a major that I thought was my path to a path that became my passion. It was the faculty member who said to me after class, "You know, Dave, there's a program that I heard about which tries to encourage students of color to pursue PhDs. I think you'd be perfect for it." It was the faculty member who worked with me that summer before senior year on a research project around poverty, inequality, and policy that really lit the fire for me around those topics and research that led to a PhD, that led to faculty appointments, that led to academic leadership opportunities, and eventually it led to a political appointment in the Obama administration. What's been exciting for me is engaging a range of people about sharing what I know and about learning from others based on their perspectives, their life experiences. Often that's in the classroom, sometimes it's outside the classroom. So what about Union? What's the connection? For me, it starts with the name. I started wondering, what's with this name Union? And I saw that Union College, founded in 1795, as one of the first colleges established in this country, was really about bringing together different religious denominations. That notion of bridging differences, of connecting people, was there at the start, it's there throughout. When I looked at financial aid, which had been so important in my life and giving me opportunities, and I saw that Union College is one of the few colleges and universities in this country that commits to meeting 100% of demonstrated financial need. It continued as well when I visited this campus, when I saw student life, when I understood it's a place that's vibrant in terms of its clubs and activities, its Greek system, its Minerva system for those who have different paths they want to pursue, but also the role of athletics. It's a place that gives people opportunities to travel around the country, the American South, and learn, as well as to go to places like Peru and Fiji and stretch themselves as well. For me, it was also the faculty I met on that search committee, the faculty I've read about, and the faculty that alumni in the search committee and students have told me about. They're the same faculty that affected my life at Northwestern University 30 years ago and are affecting the lives of people now at Union College in such positive ways. And it's the Ainleys. President Ainley and his wife Judith, when my wife Ann and I met them, we knew that this was a place we could be successful, a place we could be happy, a place that could be our new home. Because the Ainleys had many connections with us, many common experiences. If they could be successful and happy and feel like home, we knew we could as well. And what we accomplished together? Much. It starts with building on the incredible success that's been achieved at Union College to date. You can see it in the numbers. You can see it in applications. You can see it in alumni engagement. You can see it in the student success in terms of getting jobs in graduate school. And you can just see it in talking to people. It's realizing the full potential of a liberal arts college that has engineering. When many schools are thinking about adding engineering and understanding how important that is today, Union College is 170 years ahead of the curve. It's been doing this for a long time. And lastly, it's in finding new ways to tell the story. Ways to tell the story near and far, to those who know us, and to those who haven't yet had the privilege. So I'm so excited to be on this journey with all of you in the Union College community in the years ahead as we achieve new heights and reach new places.
Excellence. If it doesn't evolve, it won't endure. You see, at a time in our world when the liberal arts are intersecting with engineering and science in unprecedented ways, Union College is creating the new standard for excellence in higher education. One that understands that the best way to encourage innovation is to be innovative, and one that allows every student to be the author of their own ideas. That's education in the 21st century. That's Union College.
This is coffee, the way you expect. This is what fresh sounds like, looks like, tastes like. Freshly ground, freshly brewed all day. Smooth from first sip to last. This is brewed for you. Dunkin' Donuts. This is coffee.
And video game ratings.
They help me choose which games my kids can play. If it were up to them, they'd get the ones that look the cool.
For me.
Teams coming back out on the ice.
Thank you, Matt. It was a very smooth introduction.
I just thought you were going to go. You looked like you were ready.
I'd like to tell you about some of our sponsors. Trustco Bank, your hometown bank, is proud to be the official partner of Union Hockey. Stop in any convenient Trustco location and experience friendly personal service and fantastic banking products. Visit TrustcoBank.com for more details. And the exquisitely crafted Lexus ES with innovative technology, refined styling, and extraordinary comfort. It's not just a car, it's your daily retreat. Go ahead, spoil yourself. Visit New Country Lexus of Latham.
Teams switch sides, back at center ice. Puck is dropped. Union going right to left on your radio for period number 2. Union pulls the puck back into their own end. The Dutchmen trailed 9 faceoffs to 11 in the first period. Union sends it in, right wing side. You know, Brian, Union had a ton of shots. But looking at the shot chart from the first period, very few were grade A scoring opportunities.
26-12 was the shot attempts edge for Union. They definitely carried the play, at least up until that minor that Campbell took in the first power play goal by Cornell. Then things seemed to even out.
Union back in their own end here. 16-7, shots on goal. Shaken up a little bit was Harrison taking a hard hit along the wall.
And that power play goal by Cornell, the first one, came at the 13:47 mark. So the opening 13 minutes of the game were controlled by Union. But Cornell's in first place for a reason. They weathered the storm, and they now have the 2-1 lead.
Big Red tip it over right wing side, flip towards the net, easily paddled aside there by Kupski. Cornell tosses it up top. Cairns fresh off the bench, looking for goal number 2 on the season, but the shot is blocked. Comes over back to the left point to McCray. McCray back to Cairns. Shot that's blocked off of the leg. Big cycle being worked here by the Big Red. McCray, left wing circle, centered. It's knocked off. Union can't get it out of the zone yet, though. Chasing it up top is Kosak. He does knock it out. Walker, one-on-one. We'll just roll it towards the net. Union making some changes.
Well, Barron was going to the net. Nice read by Connor Light to stay with him to block that centering pass after Cornell had some time in Union zone.
Here's Campbell, right side. Long pass, tipped up, knocked down. Vidmar just quite couldn't control it. He's being held onto pretty hard from behind. No call.
Yeah, it's Heiskanen.
Shot right side, wide of the net. Rolling puck settled down by the Dutchman. Rinaldi, the half wall, looking at Coleus. Cornell gets it out to neutral ice, but Campbell has it again. And it's knocked away from Sapinski, so Campbell's got to retreat. Campbell fires it on the right side. Could be icing, but hustling down is Rinaldi to beat it. Rinaldi tied up. Rinaldi sharp angle shot, side of the net. Union has a couple skaters there. Melifone and Sapinski. Sapinski set a pick. Melifone left wing circle, a shot. Save made. That was through the legs of Starrett in front.
And no stick for Heiskanen, the defenseman, but Cornell able to clear. That was a long shift for the Sapinski unit. They go for a change, and the Big Red, I think, wisely ice it as they realized one of their defensemen in the period of the long change was without their stick. 17:24 to go in the second. 2-1 Cornell. Use Price Shoppers Fuel Advantage program and get 10 cents off a gallon of gas for every $100 you spend. Save on food and fuel at Price Chopper. Why shop anywhere else?
Face-off will come back down to the Cornell zone. Right-hand side of Stewart. Scarfo going to take the draw with Meyer, Morgan, Campolito, and Brassard out there. And they're going to go against the Starrett unit. Could not come off because of the icing.
Cornell very solid in the circle, up and down the lineup. Another advantage for Mike Schaefer's squad, but Union controls here.
Shot from the blue line. A screen shave made by Stewart. Union can't get another opportunity through. That was Campolito who pulled the trigger. He keeps it in right point now.
Yeah, surprised Stewart didn't see it, but he reacted at the last second, made the save.
Here's Morgan feeding it to Brassard. Centers it. Meyer. Shot is blocked towards the corner. And Cornell just scoops the puck down ice, and a good scoop because not enough for icing.
That was the goal scorer, Cairns in front, deflecting the Meyer opportunity.
Cornell can't change everybody, though. Shantz out there. Broussard fires it off the end wall. Cornell is going to make a couple more changes now and finish off the line change. Sterrett still out there. 5-6 skaters now in the right wing corner. Scarfo trying to move it. Union in behind. Here's Hines battling. Hines turns, fires, misses the net. Connor Light unable to keep it in, and Sterrett finally able to shuffle off ice. He was out there for basically 2 lines. There's a giveaway by Union, although poked away. And here come the Dutch. 3-on-2, puck rolls in, played briefly by Caldis. And player is dumped down, no call.
Brendan Taylor tripped up in the near corner, play continues.
Now out to center right, here's Light. Hines scoops it in, hits the referee. Union trying to make some changes here. Taking it will be Green. Up on the left side, deflects high in the air, and rolls in. Kupski comes way out to play it. Union back out to center ice. If Walker had picked that up, could have been off to the races. Kosak tips it in, right wing side. Cornell swings it around, and it's going to go all the way down. Icing will be called against the Big Red. And something interesting here, Brian. You know, Union trails 2-1. Cairns and Caldis, you know, combined had 3 goals on the year coming into this game. When Union played at Cornell, they gave up a couple of those goals to guys who are not your normal goal scorers as well. So Cornell, you know, they've got the depth.
Yeah, Fiegel had a goal. Rauter had a goal as well in the Union game. Well, the Router's got 8 on the year.
Right. Yeah,
should have had 9. A spectacular save by Kupski earlier in the first period.
Cornell makes you pay when you make mistakes.
Well, it's interesting. Cornell in league play, Angelo's got 12 goals, the second leading scorer, and the team's got 5 through 21 ECAC games.
Here comes Broussard.
Clearly Cornell's strength. I mean, they're a good offensive team, but so dominant defensively.
If memory serves, the only 2 teams that have scored more than 2 goals against Cornell in the last 10 games, or even more, are Union and Yale.
Yep.
Each scoring 3. It's very important Union does not give up another.
The last 17 games, Cornell's let up 3 or more goals twice.
17 games even. Yeah.
They're 14-1-2 in that run, not too shabby. Big hit behind the net. It's Broussard and Mallet. Both players seem to be okay. Well, then Mallet hunched over.
This team is going to finish top 10 unless Union scores 10 goals between now and the end of the game. They're going to finish in the top 10 all-time fewest goals in an ECAC season. They were tied with the top spot coming in, but RPI scored 2 goals last night. Union has scored 1 tonight, but they're still going to be in the top 10 no matter what. Probably 4th or 5th, somewhere around there. Puck rolling wide of the net. So it's been quite the year for the Big Red. Shot is blocked. That was the, Union, as Dutchmen are off sides, but Cornell touches the puck.
It's Connor Light on senior night, trying to lead the rush.
Coming in with a hit is Morgan, scooped out of the zone by Bald. You know, Union did lose that game to Cornell, but they had to have felt at least a little good that they scored 3 goals on a team that was not giving up more than about a goal and a half a game.
Especially at Lionel Rink. Nice hard back check, by the way, by Meyer. Coming through neutral ice, that was a 3-on-2, but Meyer caught up, intercepted the centering pass.
Cornell cannot get in deep. And Meyer pushes it by Nuttall. Out to play it is Stewart. Didn't get a lot on it. Meyer trying to feed it, partially blocked. Hoping to catch Stewart getting back between the pipes. Now Campbell is in a bit of a race.
It's classic interference by Gray Campbell. Cornell bench responds, play continues. Campbell was in a foot race and losing it. Just checked this man off the play. Puck was not near the players at the time.
Icing here against Union College.
12:50 to go in the second. Still 2-1 Cornell. Thanks to Northeastern Fine Jewelry in Chicori for their support of Dutchman Hockey, with locations in Albany, Glens Falls, and on Upper Union Street in Schenectady. Northeastern Fine Jewelry is the capital region's leading independent family-owned jewelry store. Discover your perfect Chicori ring with us.
The Lock unit against the Sapinski unit for Union. Excuse me, the Taylor unit for Union. Taylor gets waved out of the circle.
Tyler
so Tyler Hines won by Cornell.
Probably his first face-off of the year.
Gray with a shot save, a rebound given up. Union trying to clear it. Following up is a Mellophone. He takes a hard hit along the wall. Union gets the puck out, though. Cornell back in their own end.
Hines and a Mellophone, the wingers, neither one of them takes a lot of draws. Obviously, Hines only his second game of the year. Opted with the right-handed shot on the right-hand side of the rink. Cornell wins the draw, gets a scoring opportunity.
Union with a turnover at center ice. Kosak charges in, centers it, and sticked away just at the last moment by Stewart.
And Mellophone was lurking at the far post. Nice play by Stewart.
Mellophone back and behind, tripped up, and a penalty will be called here as Kosak was tripped.
I've been on the refs all year, Matt. And, Kenny makes the call. He's the trailing referee. And Hannafin, who may have a muscle issue because he certainly didn't raise the arm last night. I just don't know what he's looking at. I honestly don't know what this guy is looking at. But the call is made. McCray goes to the box, and Union will get their second power play of the game. They are 1 for 1 so far. In fact, both teams have only had one power play opportunity up to this point, and they've both scored on the power play. The goal scorer for Union, Scarfo, to take the draw.
So just like Cornell didn't have a lot of shot opportunities early in the first, Cornell's only had 2 through the first 8 minutes of the second. But they have a 2-1 lead. So going to the box is McCray. Face off to the right-hand side of Stewart. Scarfo against Sterrett. Tied up in the face-off circle underneath Sterrett. Morgan trying to dig it out, as is Meyer. Still in the dot. Finally, Union pokes it to the wall. Up top to Colliers. That was a serious battle. Colliers over to the right side to Broussard. Broussard feeds it to the wing to Scarfo. Feeds it back to Broussard. Shot bounced off of a Cornell player. Betts deflects to the wall. Scarfo back on it. Feeds it back to Broussard. Little room. Steps up. Shot just wide of the net off the near side post. Swinging it in behind. And this puck deflects off of Betts and into the Union bench. Out of play.
Nuttall and Betts both stepped up and pressured Colliers and Morgan on the near side, forcing that puck up and out of play. So Union had some activity on the perimeter, but their only shot attempt went wide on the near side. That was an interesting draw to start the faceoff. About a 15-second battle in the circle. Of course, Starr at 222 pounds was taking up a lot of space. Morgan came in, and Union outnumbered Cornell 3-2. Was able to get that puck off the draw and at least get set up.
Face-off, rolling around. Here's Rinaldi sending it up top. Campbell protects the puck with his body. Gets it to Sapinski. Over to the right wing to Vidmar as the next unit comes out. Campbell to Rinaldi. Back to Campbell. Campbell will feed it up top to Sapinski. Over to the right side. Vidmar, right wing circle, a shot. Saved by Stewart.
All set up by the extra effort of Sapinski in the face-off circle. Again, a tie-up at the dot on the near side. Sapinski was able to dig the puck out. And I think Vidmar, the left-handed shot coming in on the off wing as Sapinski fed him. Tried to elevate. Maybe the puck was rolling on him, because we usually see Vidmar release a lot quicker than that. And that allowed Stewart to get over, play the angle perfectly, and make the save.
Face-off. Controlled by Cornell. They get the puck down ice. 55 seconds left in the power play. 11 minutes, excuse me, remaining in the period. 11 seconds. That would have made this a very quick second period. Union in, 3 skaters, right side. Shot blocked. Puck loose in the slot. Shot towards the net, deflects and goes wide, and Cornell gets an easy clear.
And this is the top unit for Union again. 4 forward to just Campbell back on the blue line, and Walker picked up the puck in the slot, but couldn't get it on net.
Campbell drops it back to Vidmar.
Second time Union's tried this entry.
Sapinski feeds it to the right side. Rinaldi trying to center it back. Now we'll wrap it around to Meyer. Chipped in behind to Rinaldi. Rinaldi being worked on by Nuttall in the corner. Extra Cornell player comes in, but Rinaldi comes up with the puck. Scoops in behind to Vidmar. Sends in front. Shot. Score! Cole Meyer on the power play. We're tied at 2.
Oh, everybody in this building didn't see that coming. What I mean was the feed by Vidmar from behind the net. Ends up on Meyer's skate. Vidmar's on the far side. Goes goal mouth to Meyer on the near side, who's coming over to the far side. Stewart is caught on the post, and Meyer just knocks it in an empty net. An outstanding feed by Vidmar. The Dutchmen get their second power play of the game on 2 opportunities. And the captain for the Dutchmen gets the equalizer. That's a heck of a feed. And again, Union winning the battles along the wall, Matt. There was a lot of battles along the wall. Yeah, Union's got the man advantage, but they weren't doing that last night. They do it tonight. They persist. They get a goal mouth feed, and Meyer knocks it home. We're tied at 2.
Now here comes Cornell right off the draw. They got a man in front. Unable to handle it was Green.
Skating well after getting banged up in the first period.
And now an icing here against Union. So, they're not going to do the ice cleaning right now. So we'll have one more take a look at the goal here. Rinaldi will pick up the other assist, I believe. Rinaldi fed it in behind to Vidmar. And Vidmar, we've seen him do those blind passes. And Meyer was all alone down low. Everyone did in front.
Everyone's looking. Vidmar far side. He goes behind the back. The puck goes behind the net near side to Meyer. And caught on the near side was Stewart. He was trying to go to the far side. The track, Vidmar couldn't do it. Meyer tucks it home. We're tied at 2.
Shot well wide of the net by Heiskanen.
Union
6'4" freshman.
4 for 5 against Cornell with the man advantage. The only time they didn't score was late in the third period, Ithaca.
Icing here against Cornell. So the faceoff will come all the way back down. So picking up his 10th goal of the year is Cole Meyer. Rinaldi and Vidmar grabbed the helpers. And we're tied at 2. 9:37 to go.
Taylor will take the draw against Locke. Offensive zone draw for Union. Taylor struggled a little bit in the circle this year, loses that one.
Chipped back in deep by Estes, however. Stewart was very frustrated after that goal went in, by the way.
I think he was kind of down on his pads and he couldn't push off and go to the far side. And Meyer beat him.
Top to Estes. Shot from White. Blocked and comes back out to center ice.
Yeah, I saw a couple of the Cornell defensemen tap Stewart on the pads. Again, Stewart's only it's a 6th game this year. Yep. Hasn't played in 13 games. Sometimes the rush shows a little bit.
Oh, crunched is Estes. Cornell has the puck.
With that said, he stopped 20 of 22. I think he's been very good in this game.
Yes. There's Hines right side, firing it wide of the net.
Every time Tyler Hines gets the puck without hesitation, Matt, he puts it towards the net.
And icing here against Cornell again, so another stoppage.
Union Athletics would like to thank Nico's Pizzeria and Rooftop Tavern, located on State Street in downtown Schenectady. Nico serves lunch, dinner, and late night food and daily specials. Call for delivery. And there's only one coffee that can be called Dunkin' Donuts coffee, freshly ground and freshly brewed all day. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is brewed for you and made the way you expect. Dunkin' Donuts, this is coffee.
It's going to be Walker against Angelo, and we're going to do it again.
You mentioned Meyer's 10th goal of the season. Now is 8 points in his last 7 games. Cole Meyer got off to a slow start this year offensively and has just been very consistent through the last 2/3 of the season. And one of those guys, after the loss of Vecchione and partner Spencer Fu, wanted somebody to step up.
Here comes Walker, shot off the near post, and save made by Stewart.
And Harrison won the battle against 2 defensemen in the corner. That sprung Walker. Good work effort here by the Dutchman.
Walker again trying to throw it out front to Harrison. Deflected away off the side of the net. Kosak delivers a hit. Walker now over to the right wing corner. It's a battle out there. Puck comes free briefly. Cornell comes up with it. Could be a 3-on-2 for the Big Red. 2-on-1. Oh, Cornell decides to take a change. That would have been a 2-on-1.
And Campbell stepped up and knocked Mullen off of the play. Kind of disrupted the rush.
Keeps it alive at the blue line. Dropped it back to the right wing, trying to strip Yates. Union does get it back out to center ice. Past 8 minutes remaining here. Only 2 shots again so far in the period for Cornell.
Yeah, and the structure for Union back in neutral ice. So we see a turnover here. It's disrupting the Cornell transition.
Union comes in 2-on-2. Sapinski driving to the net. Pass is blocked. Turned around. Rinaldi with a shot wide. Vidmar rolls it back to the corner. Union seems to just have a little bit of an extra step right now, Brian.
It's been a little quiet at even strength for this Sapinski unit, but getting some offensive zone pressure now.
Rinaldi and Sapinski, 2-on-3 along the wall. And Cornell will chip it in behind. Dings the referee. Scooping it up is Mallet, but does not come out. Cornell unable to get the puck out of the zone. Vidmar had his stick lifted and held.
Good work by this unit, hemming Cornell in deep.
Meyer free, trying to get it to Morgan. Morgan with a shot, save! Union still with the puck. Meyer off the post!
Yeah, he had Stewart moving far side. Meyer had plenty of room near side, just couldn't knock it home.
Now up
That's out of the zone.
Broussard can't keep it in.
A couple tired Cornell skaters.
Long
go
change,
go to the bench.
But a couple guys have to stay. Union gets a couple fresh guys out, sent towards the net. Meyer wants to peel off, puck at the half wall. Cornell desperately needs to change up that unit.
But again, all set up by the hard work of that Sapinski unit with Vidmar and Rinaldi winning those battles.
Campolito gets beaten. Cornell with a shot low. Save made by Kupski, and he will hang on. Brian, that gives us a chance to thank some of the folks for bringing you the Union College video stream, including Center Street Pub and Garden, the next best place to watch hockey. I want to thank Order Real Estate, development, management, and ownership. I want to thank Northeastern Fine Jewelry for their support of Union College hockey. And we want to thank Trustco Bank. They're your hometown bank.
This gives us an opportunity to remind you to visit Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady, open for lunch and dinner before or after Union games. It's a place to watch college football and hockey with friends and family. Bring in your Union hockey ticket on game day, like today, for 10% off your bill. Brown Coach is the official charter company and proud supporter of Union Athletics. Call Brown Coach or Brown Travel for all your charter and travel needs. And be sure to stop by Center Street Pub, located at 308 Union Street in Schenectady. Featuring TVs to watch all your favorite teams, great food and live entertainment. Center Street, a proud partner of Union College Athletics. 6:12 to go in the second. The power play goal by Cole Meyer has tied this game at 2. With Vidmar and Rinaldi picking up the assist time of that goal, 9:49 of the second period.
Face off, right-hand side of Kupski. Blast from the point, deflects off of Kosak and goes to the corner, right wing side. Estes takes a hit. Tries to scoop the puck in behind, but it's partially blocked back up along the near side wall. Union does get it out to center ice. And hits the bench, and we'll get a stoppage. Out-of-town scoreboard update. Clarkson ahead of QPAC 2-1. Yale leads Harvard 1-0. Dartmouth and Brown still scoreless as they approach the halfway mark. Princeton and St. Lawrence knotted up at 2. Colgate has gone up on RPI 3-1.
Clarkson needs a win. They're 0-4-4 in their last 8 and 8-game winless streak. They had that 14-game win streak earlier in the year. They basically dropped from 2nd to 7th in the pairwise, despite the fact not getting a win in their last 8 games, but they need a little bit of momentum heading into the playoffs.
They've really struggled, and it's baffling, Brian. I mean, watching them live twice against Union College.
They look great.
They did.
Yep.
This puck, I thought that was going in the Union bench, somehow stays out. Cornell, 5:35 to go, a 2-2 game. The Big Red have only had 3 shots through almost 15 minutes of this second period.
I think it's all Union with the forecheck, work along the wall, and then that structure in the neutral zone. No transition offense for a very quick Cornell team. Wow. Wow.
Right in front of the Union bench.
Yep, right to the face mask, and Sapinski gets up.
And Connor Light will go to the corner and pick up.
Just hits along the wall in the neck area. I don't care if it's the Union player, as his puck goes up and out of play. Hitting the opposition or being the recipient. Matt, I just hope that the playoffs aren't marred by what has been a very inconsistent year of officiating in the ECAC. We'll see what happens, though. Good news is Sapinski is okay. Play comes back to neutral ice.
Right back at center ice, as a matter of fact, though we're going to do it again after Brennan Taylor pulled it back. It's the Betts unit for Cornell against the Taylor unit for Union. Fans, by the way, don't forget Coach's Corner Live, our last one of the year, comes your way Tuesday night from the Van Dyke Restaurant and Lounge on Union Street, 6 o'clock. And we'll be talking to Rick Bennett and talk about the regular season. We'll get his full season report card. We'll be talking about the playoffs and positioning and all of that. So, Coach's Corner Live, 6 o'clock Tuesday night. Be there, Van Dyke. Union takes the puck away, and out they come. Odd man. Tyler Hines looks a little gassed here at the end of the period, but Union could have had a 4-on-2.
Good play by Coleus as he stripped ball with the puck right at Union's blue line.
Here comes Cornell up on the right side. Melifone did a good job of holding up the last moment. Otherwise, he could have been.
But again,
guilty.
through neutral ice, Melifone, excellent back check.
Hard pass by Hines, hits Coleus, left wing side, tries to pull it back and overskates the puck. Not falling for it was Cairns. Excuse me, not Cairns, Fiegel. Now Cornell with a 3-on-2, shot save, Kupski in the chest.
And that's the problem there. Coleus, one move too many on Fiegel, and Coleus is completely taken out of the play. And who's the guy leading the rush with the slapper from the hash marks? is Fiegel. Coleus is the stride and a half behind the play. So you got to make the reads. You got to be smart. You're playing the top team in the conference, a top 2 or 3 team in the nation. Sometimes you get the safer play is the smarter play. I realize you're at home. It's a tie game. It's late in the second period. You want to make the flashy play, but Coleus almost cost the Dutchman there.
Face-off will be to Kupski's right. Union, by the way, has had 9 shots this period so far, so 9-4 at this stage in the second frame.
Cornell averages about 30 shots a game, so being held well below average right now.
Is this icing? Wow. Questionable icing.
Yep. Big Red had 36 shots against Union in the game at Ithaca, but shots can tally up quickly. Its momentum swings quite easily in college hockey.
If memory serves, I think Cornell had only about half that through the first 2 periods, then in the third period kind of exploded. Face-off back down to the Union zone.
Scarfo and Barron.
Shot right off the draw. If Barron wins it, Yates lifts it high. Play we've seen Union do several times this year.
Scarfo is the top face-off man for Union percentage-wise. So the win there by Barron was at 52%.
Puck sent in left side. Rattled around the boards. Meyer scoops it up. Scarfo in front of the Cornell bench. Waits for action to come past him. Scarfo gets over the blue line, can't get deep. Here's Meyer, makes the move. Shot through a double team, and having to make the save was Hayden Stewart.
Quick hands by Scarfo feeds Meyer, scoring opportunity for Union.
Connor Light collides with Yates, 2 big bodies.
Scarfo makes a play with absolutely no time or space to operate. And as Union's offside's coming back in the other way, it just shows how well Ryan Scarfo has been playing. Looking for a great place to enjoy dinner after the game? Check out the Van Dyke Restaurant and their on-site Mad Jack Brewery located in Schenectady Stockade District. Or grab dinner with friends after the game at Pinhead Susan's, located at the corner of Broadway and Liberty in downtown Schenectady. Pinhead's offers traditional Irish pub fare and Mad Jack brews.
Here comes McCray, hits the red line, rolls it in deep, right wing side. Walker's the first man there for Union. Takes a bump by Locke. Union trying to fight the puck up to the blue line. Big scrum just over the blue line in front of the Cornell bench. Cornell comes up with it. Locke feeds it over to the left wing. Cairns bounces it off the end wall. Connor Light is there.
That's great execution by Union at the blue line, although Light turns it over.
Connor Light was stripped. Ooh, Light got his arm around his man. No call.
Tripped up. Angelo in the corner.
6-man scrum in that corner. Cornell comes up with it. Fed up top to McCray. McCray to Cairns. Cairns back to McCray. Right wing circle. Back to the center of the blue line. To Cairns. McCray again looking for a lane. Now he'll send it over to Cairns again. Now Cairns will try to shoot it. That's blocked. And Union will send it out. Kosak out to center ice.
What I liked was Estes stepped up at the blue line. That forced Cornell to dump and chase. Reading the play were the Dutchman defenseman. And they were able to get to the puck first, but they just couldn't clear. But again, they're slowing down Cornell at the blue line. It was Connor Light was able to come back originally and get to that puck, but he couldn't clear the zone. Now Cornell's in business.
A shot from the blue line, deflects and goes just wide. Off, poked in front. Kupski trying to gobble it up, it's still loose. Cornell has it. Kupski back to his skates. Oh my. Left point, left wing circle, a shot saved. Jake Kupski and he'll hang on.
Caldas looks to the rafters. Router had the opportunity originally, but you know what has done Union very well in this period is winning those battles along the wall. In the last minute or so, ever since Light couldn't clear the zone, Cornell is digging at the wall, getting to those loose pucks. A flurry in front. Jake Kuski's been fantastic in the last 6 games. This is his 7th consecutive start. He's down slightly. He's down a little bit of level. He's fighting the puck tonight a little bit. Let up a rebound, but Dutchmen are able to get out of the zone with no further damage.
90 seconds to go in the period. Union gets the puck down to the big red end. In the corner, Vidmar applying pressure on Green, causes a turnover, and the puck comes in on net. Stewart has to make a play.
And when in doubt, chuck it on net. You never know what's going to happen. Stewart didn't handle that rebound smoothly. A turnover there at the blue line for Union gets them in business in the tie game, 2-2 with a minute 19 to go in the second period. With its sleek lines and bold exterior, some things are simply impossible to ignore. The strikingly designed Lexus NX Turbo and Hybrid, the SUV that dares to go beyond utility. Visit New Country Lexus of Latham.
I do often get compared to a Lexus Turbo Hybrid. Rinaldi delivers a hard hit along the end wall. off the draw. Cornell. Centering pass blocked by Coleus. Goes in behind. Coming up on the final minute of play here in the second period. We're going to get a penalty. I assume this is Coleus.
Tackles his man Mallet. It's going to be a holding call. It was a nice angle pass right at the blue line right at Union zone on the far side, as executing nicely. That was Mallet along with Barron. That got Cornell into the zone, and then Coleus kind of tripped up Mallet behind the play at the end boards behind the goal, and then as they came around the near side, Coleus just tackles Mallet, and that's a penalty. And the Dutchman will be shorthanded, and every time there's been a power play in this game, there's been a power play goal.
Shot right off the draw, blocked in front by Connor Light, who sends it down ice.
Cornell is 1 for 1 on the power play, their second opportunity of the game.
And back in Ithaca, the Cornell power play was
2 for 5,
yes,
including a late power play goal. That was the game winner.
Picked up by Router. 3 skaters over. They roll the puck in deep. Router in behind. Feeds it to the right point to Caldis. Caldis moves to the center of the blue line before dishing it over to Nuttall, right side. Down low, tipped by Broussard to the corner. Broussard has it. Zamboni corner off the glass and out. Good clear for Broussard. 20 seconds left in the period. Stewart had visions of feeding that puck all the way out to the blue line, but decides to hold it. With some speed, Cornell gets over the blue line. Shot, that's blocked in the left wing circle, and Union clears, and that will do it for period number 2. Union will be shorthanded for 1 minute and a second to start the third period. They came into the second frame trailing 2-1, but it is now 2-2 after 2. Union getting the goal on their second power play of the game, courtesy of Cole Meyer, assists to Vidmar and Rinaldi. And we are tied at 2. Shots on goal after 2, 26 for Union, 15 for the Cornell Big Red. And we had just talked about shots a few minutes. Cornell had only 3 shots in the period through 15 minutes of the second frame, and since put 5 more on. So taking a look here at the Union goal, Vidmar with a fantastic blind pass. Meyer takes it and skates right in front and puts it in behind Stewart, and that is why we are 2-2 after 2. Brian, you know, in Cornell at Ithaca, Union did not look outplayed. Obviously, it's a slightly different story here with Stewart in instead of Galida, but Stewart is obviously capable. He wouldn't be here otherwise. But through 2 periods of play, Union has outshot Cornell 26-15. They're tied at 2, and Union certainly looks like they don't look outmatched in any way, shape, or form. And the net minding has been a big difference, and a heck of a matchup. And this is Union number 2 in the conference, Cornell number 1. And you hockey fans can hope these 2 teams have to play each other in Lake Placid later, because it should be a whale of a game.
Well, if you drew it up on paper, number 1 at number 2, I think this is the type of game that you would expect to see. The Dutchmen are stride for stride with the Big Red, and have, for the most part, carried the play in this 2-2 game, and still have some work to do going into the third period. But I agree with you, Matt, in terms of, you know, again, in Ithaca in that first period, the Big Red just blew Union out of the building. The speed was so evident, but the teams are skating stride for stride. This game's a little bit different. Less room to operate, and it's really about who's winning those battles along the wall, where in Ithaca there was a lot of open ice and a lot of backing off. Different style of game, but a very similar result. These teams were tied going into the third period in Ithaca at 3. Here in Schenectady, tied going into the third period at 2.
All right, 2-2 after 2. We'll take a bit of a break. When we come back in a little bit, we'll look at the out-of-town scoreboard, the ECAC standings. We'll preview what we know is coming ahead for Union College and more. So 2-2 after 2, Union College hockey on the Dutchman Broadcast Network.
How we doing? Got the usuals.
The usuals?
The usual?
You know it.
Your usual.
Cream and sugar, caramel.
Large ice.
At Dunkin' Donuts, we'll make sure it's just the way you like it every time. America runs on Dunkin'.
My name's David Harris, and I'm honored to have been selected as the 19th president of Union College. I want to thank the Board of Trustees, the search committee, and everyone else who was involved in the search process. Now, I know in the years ahead we'll have plenty of time to get to know one another, but I'm excited to have this opportunity today to talk with you a little bit about my background, about its connection to Union College, and about some of what we'll accomplish together in the years ahead. 30 years ago, I was a freshman at Northwestern University. I grew up in the Philadelphia area. I'd never been west of Ohio, and I arrived on campus thinking I knew what I was going to be doing the rest of my life. I was going to journalism school. My path was affected in positive ways by a number of faculty and academic staff. It was the engineering advising dean who gave me privilege to move from a major that I thought was my path to a path that became my passion. It was the faculty member who said to me after class, "You know, Dave, there's a program that I heard about which tries to encourage students of color to pursue PhDs. I think you'd be perfect for it." It was the faculty member who worked with me that summer before senior year on a research project around poverty, inequality, and policy that really lit the fire for me around those topics and research that led to a PhD, that led to faculty appointments, that led to academic leadership opportunities, and eventually it led to a political appointment in the Obama administration. What's been exciting for me is engaging a range of people, about sharing what I know and about learning from others based on their perspectives, their life experiences. Often that's in the classroom, sometimes it's outside the classroom. So what about Union? What's the connection? For me, it starts with the name. I started wondering, what's with this name Union? And I saw that Union College, founded in 1795, as one of the first colleges established in this country, was really about bringing together different religious denominations. That notion of bridging differences, of connecting people, was there at the start, it's there throughout. When I looked at financial aid, which had been so important in my life and giving me opportunities, and I saw that Union College is one of the few colleges and universities in this country that commits to meeting 100% of demonstrated financial need. It continued as well when I visited this campus, when I saw student life, when I understood it's a place that's vibrant in terms of its clubs and activities, its Greek system, its Minerva system for those who have different paths they want to pursue, but also the role of athletics. It's a place that gives people opportunities to travel around the country, the American South, and learn, as well as to go to places like Peru and Fiji and stretch themselves as well. For me, it was also the faculty I met on that search committee, the faculty I've read about, and the faculty that alumni in the search committee and students have told me about. They're the same faculty that affected my life at Northwestern University 30 years ago and are affecting the lives of people now at Union College in such positive ways. And it's the Ainleys. President Ainley and his wife Judith, when my wife Ann and I met them, we knew that this was a place we could be successful, a place we could be happy, a place that could be our new home. Because the Ainleys had many connections with us, many common experiences. If they could be successful and happy and feel like home, we knew we could as well. And what we accomplished together? Much. It starts with building on the incredible success that's been achieved at Union College to date. You can see it in the numbers. You can see it in applications. You can see it in alumni engagement. You can see it in the student success in terms of getting jobs in graduate school. And you can just see it in talking to people. It's realizing the full potential of a liberal arts college that has engineering. When many schools are thinking about adding engineering and understanding how important that is today, Union College is 170 years ahead of the curve. It's been doing this for a long time. And lastly, it's in finding new ways to tell the story. Ways to tell the story near and far, to those who know us, and to those who haven't yet had the privilege. So I'm so excited to be on this journey with all of you in the Union College community in the years ahead as we achieve new heights and reach new places.
Excellence. If it doesn't evolve, it won't endure. You see, at a time in our world when the liberal arts are intersecting with engineering and science in unprecedented ways, Union College is creating the new standard for excellence in higher education. One that understands that the best way to encourage innovation is to be innovative, and one that allows every student to be the author of their own ideas. That's education in the 21st century. That's Union College.
My name's David Harris, and I'm honored to have been selected as the 19th president of Union College. I want to thank the Board of Trustees, the search committee, and everyone else who was involved in the search process. Now, I know in the years ahead we'll have plenty of time to get to know one another, but I'm excited to have this opportunity today to talk with you a little bit about my background, about its connection to Union College, and about some of what we'll accomplish together in the years ahead. 30 years ago, I was a freshman at Northwestern University. I grew up in the Philadelphia area. I'd never been west of Ohio, and I arrived on campus thinking I knew what I was going to be doing the rest of my life. I was going to journalism school. My path was affected in positive ways by a number of faculty and academic staff. It was the engineering advising dean who gave me privilege to move from a major that I thought was my path to a path that became my passion. It was the faculty member who said to me after class, "You know, Dave, there's a program that I heard about which tries to encourage students of color to pursue PhDs. I think you'd be perfect for it." It was the faculty member who worked with me that summer before senior year on a research project around poverty, inequality, and policy that really lit the fire for me around those topics and research that led to a PhD, that led to faculty appointments, that led to academic leadership opportunities, and eventually it led to a political appointment in the Obama administration. What's been exciting for me is engaging a range of people, about sharing what I know and about learning from others based on their perspectives, their life experiences. Often that's in the classroom, sometimes it's outside the classroom. So what about Union? What's the connection? For me, it starts with the name. I started wondering, what's with this name Union? And I saw that Union College, founded in 1795, as one of the first colleges established in this country, was really about bringing together different religious denominations. That notion of bridging differences, of connecting people, was there at the start, it's there throughout. When I looked at financial aid, which had been so important in my life and giving me opportunities, and I saw that Union College is one of the few colleges and universities in this country that commits to meeting 100% of demonstrated financial need. It continued as well when I visited this campus, when I saw student life, when I understood it's a place that's vibrant in terms of its clubs and activities, its Greek system, its Minerva system for those who have different paths they want to pursue, but also the role of athletics. It's a place that gives people opportunities to travel around the country, the American South, and learn, as well as to go to places like Peru and Fiji and stretch themselves as well. For me, it was also the faculty I met on that search committee, the faculty I've read about, and the faculty that alumni in the search committee and students have told me about. They're the same faculty that affected my life at Northwestern University 30 years ago and are affecting the lives of people now at Union College in such positive ways. And it's the Ainleys. President Ainley and his wife Judith, when my wife Ann and I met them, we knew that this was a place we could be successful, a place we could be happy, a place that could be our new home. Because the Ainleys had many connections with us, many common experiences. If they could be successful and happy and feel like home, we knew we could as well. And what we accomplished together? Much. It starts with building on the incredible success that's been achieved at Union College to date. You can see it in the numbers. You can see it in applications. You can see it in alumni engagement. You can see it in the student success in terms of getting jobs in graduate school. And you can just see it in talking to people. It's realizing the full potential of a liberal arts college that has engineering. When many schools are thinking about adding engineering and understanding how important that is today, Union College is 170 years ahead of the curve. It's been doing this for a long time. And lastly, it's in finding new ways to tell the story. Ways to tell the story near and far, to those who know us, and to those who haven't yet had the privilege. So I'm so excited to be on this journey with all of you in the Union College community in the years ahead as we achieve new heights and reach new places.
Excellence. If it doesn't evolve, it won't endure. You see, at a time in our world when the liberal arts are intersecting with engineering and science in unprecedented ways, Union College is creating the new standard for excellence in higher education. One that understands that the best way to encourage innovation is to be innovative, and one that allows every student to be the author of their own ideas. That's education in the 21st century. That's Union College.
My name's David.
Rink at Achilles Center on the Union College campus, Schenectady, New York. Matt Dubray, Brian Unger bringing you Union College hockey on the Dustman Broadcast Network, teamline.cc, and via the PAC Network on our video stream at unionathletics.com. You can always email us if you have any questions or comments, unionhockeyradio@gmail.com, and follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/unionhockeyradio. It's 2-2 after 2 periods of play as the number 1 and number 2 teams in the conference come back out. Brian, let us know what's going on elsewhere around the league.
All these games are at the end of 2 periods. Brown at home, a 2-0 lead on Dartmouth. Clarkson up in the North Country, 3-2 over Quinnipiac. Colgate's up at RPI, 3-1. Princeton and St. Lawrence tied at 2, and Yale at home in New Haven, a 1-0 lead over Harvard. And of course here, Union and Cornell tied at 2.
By the way, as a note, due to the senior ceremonies following tonight's game, we will not be joined by an assistant coach for post-game comments, and our post-game itself will have to be very brief, so we'll have a brief post-game show, and unfortunately no assistant coach. However, to get the thoughts on this game, make sure you come down to the Van Dyke and Coach's Corner live on Tuesday night, 6 p.m., and you're going to get Rick's full season report card going into the playoffs. We'll talk about this past weekend and everything else Union hockey.
Of course, Cornell will start the 3rd period on a power play. Coleus in the box for the next minute 1. So critical juncture here for Union with the clean sheet. Cornell is 5-0-1 this year when tied going into the 3rd period, an amazing number. Union 4-3, and one of those losses was to the Big Red just a couple weeks ago. We're back underway.
Cornell dominated the faceoff circle in the second, 14-6, and they win the opening draw here, and they set up in Union zone. Shot from the right side, deflect, save, Kupski.
Good Yates right in front.
Cornell working in the corner. Pushed in behind. Now up to the right wing circle, a shot. Bad save by Kupski.
That was a big save with the right leg off of the Nuttall offering from the far point. Kupski kicked the rebound out. He couldn't control it, but the Dutchmen were able to clear. 2 strong saves for Jay Kupski to start the 3rd period. 18 seconds to go in the Cornell power play.
Nuttall moves it to the right side. Cornell, just 5 seconds left in the power play. Campbell to Estes. Estes whistles it hard off the glass and all the way down, and the penalty expires.
Well, Jay Kupski comes up big in the opening 40 seconds, and then Union able to easily clear in the last rush on the power play for Cornell. The Big Red now 1 for 2 with the man advantage. First power play of the game did not result in a power play goal for either team.
And now they jam at it. Kupski is down. That puck is loose. Cornell kept control in the Union zone and worked that puck to the net.
Fiegel showing some good jump here. Penalty, however, on Fiegel.
Fiegel is absolutely stunned with the call.
Well, Fiegel got tied up with Morgan, and Morgan is slow to get up.
It is Fiegel, right? He literally has not moved in 40 seconds, and now we'll go to the penalty box.
And Morgan appears to be okay coming off of the ice, and it's actually going to be McCray.
Yeah, McCray, not Fiegel. So Union
Fiegel and Morgan were kind of tied up when Morgan fell, but McCray goes to the box. They're 2 for 2 on the power play, Matt. 3rd opportunity.
Maybe that's why he's so stunned.
Maybe.
Not sure what he did.
So Union able to kill off the Cornell power play, and now just a minute 25 into the 3rd gets a power play of their own.
As you mentioned, Union already 2 for 2 on the power play. Starrett takes the draw.
Tripping the call on McCray.
Big scrum in the corner. Union gets it free. Campbell feeds it back to the half wall to Vidmar. Back up top to Campbell. Campbell over to the left wing side. Rinaldi up top to Campbell again. Feeds Sapinski. Over to Vidmar. Right side. Back to Sapinski with a shot. Kick save. Union gets the rebound. Rinaldi. Campbell fakes the shot. Back to Vidmar. Up top to Campbell again. Really nothing to shoot at. Moves to his left. Fires. And making a pretty easy save there is Stewart.
Yeah, nobody in front. Nice job by the Big Red defenseman, kind of boxing out Ryan Walker in particular. Walker had a power play goal against Cornell and Ithaca, but Walker's the smallest player on the ice, and he's going up against the likes of Starrett right in front of the net. Starrett, 222 pounds. Walker, 160. That's, I'm no Ivy League grad, but that's a 60-pound differential, maybe the reason why Hayden Stewart was able to see the Campbell offering all the way from the blue line.
Fiegel's going to take the draw against Sapinski here. And Vidmar had his stick lifted, could not control the puck, and comes all the way down. 2 minutes gone in the third. We're tied at 2. Dutchman still in the minute 20 in the power play. Campbell was knocked down, was a little slow to get up, seems to be okay though. In behind his own net.
Fiegels had a strong start to this third period when been aggressive and skating well, and he knocked Campbell off the play momentarily.
Here comes Vidmar, left side.
Vidmar tried to do too much by himself, skate past a couple of big red defensemen, including Nuttall. Nuttall read the play nicely and clears. And again, aggressive forecheck.
Starrett with a steal. He's got a man in front, feeds it to the point. Fanned on though. And that was fanned on by Green. Union just misses Morgan with a pass.
And Morgan was shaken up when he drew the penalty and doesn't miss a shift.
Morgan battling in behind. He's being double teamed by Green and Router. Union gets an extra man back there, but a heck of a job by the Cornell pair. But Union does win the puck finally. Up top to Coleus, fakes the shot. Fed to the left wing to Morgan. Up top, Broussard scores! J.C. Broussard, the second senior to light the lamp on senior night. And Union goes up 3-2 again on the power play.
Well, they may need the Zamboni to come out to resurface the ice, as that was an absolute laser by J.C. Broussard that never left the surface of the ice and beat Stewart down low. One of the things that J.C. Broussard has improved on over his time at Union is his shot, and it is a massive weapon, and it is stunning, Matt, that J.C. Broussard only has 2 goals on the season, because that was just a blistering rope from the blue line. No chance for Stewart to see it, and Union claims their first lead of the game. 3 for 3 on the power play. They're up 3-2. And credit that forward line, Matt, for digging deep and winning the battle behind the net. Morgan eventually fed it back up to the point. Broussard knocks it home. But if not for the hard work by the Union forwards, there's no power play goal.
Back underway. Coleus picks up one helper, and I assume Morgan will get the other. Shot sent in behind by Connor Light. Union's Kosak trying to jam the post.
Morgan and Coleus, the helpers on Broussard's second of the year. And once again, on senior night, it always happens. The senior lights the lamp for the Dutchman.
Now Cornell bounces it off the wall. Here comes Yates working against Estes.
Excellent job by Estes, shifting over Estes, as Yates had chipped the puck past his defensive partner, Connor Light.
Still in behind. Oh, thrown to the side of the net. Kupski reaches out the paddle. They jam at the near post. They score with the wraparound. Mullen ties the game for the Big Red.
You know, Matt, it's interesting. It's Tyler Hines' second game of the year. He's out there in the third period just after Union scores, and he turned over the puck, and I think he got a little bit out of position. Hines is gravitating back up towards the slot. Puck goes down in the corner. Mullen comes out with the wraparound, and Cornell knocks it home for an even strength goal to tie the game. And we'll see if Rick Bennett shortens the bench or not. And no disrespect for Tyler Hines. I was a little surprised to see him out there, considering it's only his second game of the year. Union nursing a 1-goal lead in the third period, and Cornell quickly answers to tie the game at 3.
Offsides against Cornell. Let's take a look at the goals. First, we're going to see the Union goal. Broussard with the laser beam, stayed on the ice the whole time. Beats Stewart. Makes the score 3-2. However, the lead was short-lived as the good old-fashioned wraparound by Tristan Mullen, the freshman, his 4th goal of the year. And, I mentioned the depth of this Cornell squad. It's 2 of the goals were scored by guys who had 3 goals coming in, the other getting his first of the year. It's not the usual suspects.
We haven't mentioned all night, and we'll get to it in a second. Cornell missing a critical forward in Vanderlyn.
Union getting an opportunity. Shot deflection goes to the side of the net. Here's Sapinski. He'll try the jammed post. Deflected away. Sapinski able to fish it out from Angelo's legs. But Cornell recovers and gets the puck out.
Mitch Vanderlyn leads the team with 13 assists, 17 points overall, and has been out of the lineup since that RPI loss that Cornell experienced after they beat the Dutchman a couple weeks ago. So a couple of guys for the Big Red in positions they're not usually in, and Cornell scoring depth on display here.
But again, Brian, Cornell, I understand that it's not their normal starter, but as you mentioned, has only given up 3 goals twice in the last 17 games, and Union has scored 3 goals against them again.
But score 4 on the Big Red, regardless of who's in net, is a tall order, but the Dutchman will have to do that at least if they want to get the win tonight.
That's the downside, is they gave up 4 in Ithaca, and they've given up 3 tonight. Still 14:35 to go.
Took Cornell 64 seconds to respond to equalize after Union had their first lead of the game.
Big scrum in front of the Cornell bench. Union takes the puck in front of their own zone. Campbell will take the pass from Colias. Long pass, tipped in by Walker. Charging down hard is Harrison. Coming back the other way. And we haven't really mentioned, by the way, the guy that's not in the lineup for Union tonight is Parker Fu, and Parker Fu was a little shaken up in last night's game as well.
Yep, dinged up, unable to go. Jack Adams played last night, unable to go. Little surprise, Matt, but I'm usually wrong. Anyway, Luke Brown does not see the ice this weekend. He came into the season, Fu, Adams, and Brown, you thought were 3 guys would have to be critical to Union's success. None of them playing in this game.
Here comes Cornell, shot save, Kupski, big rebound, this time taken by Sapinski. Here, the puck gets by Vidmar, and the Big Red take it.
Kupski's fighting the puck a little bit. Only made 2 critical saves early in the third period on the Cornell power play.
13:30 remaining here in the third. Cornell does have a lot of big bodies, and they have a way of getting in front and creating some traffic, making it hard for a goalie, that's for sure.
Also could wear you down defensively as the game goes along. It's been a lot of battles in the corners
Outlet
along
pass
the wall.
Picked off. Yates' dump-in attempt is deflected by Estes. Stick down on the ice at the Union blue line. Here comes Cornell. Drop back nicely, but stolen. Here comes Meyer. He's got Morgan. 2-on-2. They've got a trailer. Meyer drops it back. Shot just misses the net. Turning around is Meyer, firing it. Goes in behind.
Ill-advised drop pass by Angelo at Union's blue line allowed the Dutchman the counter.
Here comes the Big Red up on the left wing side, led by Locke.
Have not seen a lot of the Big Red speed on display in this game. A nice rush by Locke, though.
Union sends it around the wall. Nobody there. Cutting across is Haskinen to keep it alive.
I think Scarfo lost sight of the puck momentarily. That allowed Cornell to keep the puck in momentarily.
Morgan looking for Campolito. Campolito's going to beat an icing. Campolito in the corner now. Union gets 4 fresh skaters out. It's the Taylor unit with a Melifone and Hines right back out there. Puck pops out to center ice. It's Angelo. Partial break, and coming back nicely to poke it away is Colias.
Colias has had great wheels in this game, and Angelo's a good skater as well.
Big scrum in behind the Union net. 3 Dutchmen. And Fiegel and Angelo battling, and they win it, and they get it up to the point. Over to the left side. Caldis centers it. Read well by Colias, and the puck is deflected up and out of play.
Yeah, I suspect Angelo was at the end of his shift as well when Colias was able to catch up to him, and Angelo was kind of dangling in neutral ice, and the puck found him. But no chance for Cornell after Colias knocked the puck into the corner.
You faked me out there. I thought you were going to give a sponsor.
I wasn't ready for it, Matt.
Face off, left-hand side. They don't call us not professional for no reason, Brian. Cornell in behind the Union net. Cornell looking for another wraparound, but this time coming away with it is Walker. Walker, long pass, hits Kosak. Right side, tips it in at the blue line, go into the Zamboni corner. And Harrison delivers a hard hit. Kosak comes up with the puck, trying to center it. Tipped away from Walker by Cairns.
Kosak's got to be harder on the puck with that centering feed.
Cornell, interesting pass. I'm a little surprised Light didn't read that. Cornell keeps the play alive in behind the Union net. Cornell buzzing. Turning there is Bald, but he has the puck knocked off his stick by Kosak. Betts will have to chase it in behind. Betts, right wing circle, leaves it there for Cairns. Cairns, his shot is blocked by Walker. These guys look a little tired.
Yeah, it was a good play by Walker the way he rotated over to Cairns after Connor Light was high in the zone and got in the shooting lane.
Estes picks up, gets it up on the left wing side. Rink-wide packs to Kosak, and he doesn't control it off the bench. Estes, Fiegel stumbles as he comes across. Harrison gets in the way. Puck floating dangerously in front, and oh my goodness, Union trying to feed it. I think that was Walker trying to give it to Kupski, and Kupski wasn't ready for it, and he almost put it in his own net.
Yeah, an ill-advised cross-ice pass led to a turnover. Fiegel came and tripped over the blue line, and then Walker almost knocks it in his own net. 10:47 to go in the third, still tied at 3. Union Athletics would like to thank Nico's Pizzeria and Rooftop Tavern, located on State Street in downtown Schenectady. Nico serves lunch, dinner, and late-night food and daily specials. Call for delivery.
Face-off will be to the left-hand side of Jake Kupski. Starrett on this one, but this one won by Union. Another giveaway, though. Cornell gets an opportunity and whistles it wide of the net.
Broussard's clear, hit off a skate, and found Fiegel right below the faceoff dot on the near side.
Union sends it down on the right side. You know, these Cornell Union matchups, 4-3 scores, 3-3 now, reminds me, you know, with games, teams that don't give up a lot of goals, you expect a defensive struggle. Starrett centering it. Shot, save Kupski, and he'll hang on. And Cornell getting a little too close to Kupski for Union's comfort, and a conversation will ensue.
That was Shantz. 6'5", 214. Broussard was all over him, but Shantz was able to outmuscle Broussard and get the shot on goal. But again, 10-17 to go in the third, still tied at 3. There's only one coffee that can be called Dunkin' Donuts coffee, freshly ground and freshly brewed all day. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is brewed for you and made the way you expect. Dunkin' Donuts, this is coffee.
Face off will be to the right-hand side of Kupski. It's going to be Meyer against Yates, won by Cornell. Mallett, wrap around, feeds it to the circle, a shot, misses the net.
A couple guys chasing Mallett. Nobody saw Heiskanen coming in from the far point.
Barron in behind. Barron trying to work around Collius, fed to the circle again. It's Heiskanen. Heiskanen stops at the half wall, looking to center it. He's being bugged by Scarfo. Puck comes back to the corner. 4 skaters in behind. Chip to the near side corner where Cole Meyer will scoop it out. Scarfo and Morgan, 2-on-1. Morgan and Collius. Morgan to Collius, bouncing puck.
And Stewart knocked the net off the moorings. I don't think the officials see it.
Shot, save, Stewart. Meyer ripped into that one, but Stewart was right there.
Yeah, I thought Morgan had an opportunity to shoot. He goes for the feather pass on a little bit of choppy ice. And Collius unable to corral it. And a 2-on-1 by the boards for the Dutchman.
Need to thank some of our sponsors for bringing you the Union Hockey video stream. Center Street, the next best place to watch hockey. We also want to thank Orda Real Estate, Development, Management, and Ownership, and Northeastern Fine Jewelry. We also want to thank Trusco Bank, your hometown bank, for their support of Union College hockey.
Trusco is proud to be the official partner of Union Hockey. Stop at any Trusco location and experience friendly personal service and fantastic banking products. Visit TruscoBank.com for more details, and be sure to stop by. To say thanks to Northeastern Fine Jewelry for Decory for their support of Dutchman hockey. With locations in Albany, Glens Falls, and Upper Union Street in Schenectady, Northeastern Fine Jewelry is the Capital Region's leading independent, family-owned jewelry store. We'll thank Center Street Pub as well. But back to the matter at hand.
Face off won by Union, bounced off the wall. 32 shots for Union, 21 for the Big Red. So Cornell having a better period offensively as they ice the puck in terms of shots on net.
Yeah, they're starting to impose their will a little bit. You see them get through the neutral zone with some speed, and Cornell's a big team, and they have in the lineup tonight 9 players who are 200 pounds or over. Union has 1, Connor Light. And you're starting to see Cornell
Do I help?
No, you're not in the lineup. Get more pressure and more time in Union zone, and they get into the loose pucks a little bit quicker and winning some of those 50-50 battles where Union maybe had the edge in the earlier parts of the game.
Face off, right side of Stewart, won by Union. Campolito steps up, sharp angle shot to the side of the net. And Stewart seemed to fight it there a little bit. Cornell recovers, and up they come, led by Mullen. And I thought offsides was called, but no call. And Union able to recover and scoop the puck out. Not balled, I think it was Caldas.
Or Caldas was about a stride ahead of the play.
Here's Rinaldi, right side. He's alone. Right wing corner, now gets some help from Broussard trying to scoop it to Sapinski. And here's a steal, Sapinski, and Rinaldi, score! Union takes the lead, 4-3 Dutchman. I'm not sure if it's going to be Sapinski or Rinaldi who's going to get the goal.
I think Sapinski tapped it in, but you nailed it, Matt. It was a turnover deep in Cornell's zone. And then they were able to isolate the defenseman Nuttall on the far side. Rinaldi backhanded it in to the paint. Looks like Sapinski got his tape on it, and it just trickles across the goal line. And the offensive zone turnover. And again, the 3 forwards go to work. Credit Vidmar as well. Gives the Dutchman their second lead of the game, 4-3. A little bit of uncharted territory for the Big Red, letting up 4 goals in a game that doesn't happen very often.
Sapinski snags his 9th of the year. Rinaldi, the helper. Cornell tips it into the zone. Puck in behind. Here's Cornell trying to answer back again. Heiskanen driving to the net. He's in front. Heiskanen stopped by Kupski.
Yeah, an incredible save by Kupski. Heiskanen came off the wall with speed, and he went right past Liam Morgan on the near side. That's Morgan's man, and Heiskanen's shown good legs all game. Puts on the Jets, tries to go cross the mouth, and it's basically a diving lunge by Kupski to keep that out of that. I completely expected that to be the equalizer.
Heiskanen could not believe it.
Yeah, Conroy comes by and taps Kupski on the pads, and Kupski's been a little bit up and down in this game. Overall, he's been good, but perhaps not fantastic, but he's made some highlight reel saves, and that is definitely one of them. But the D-zone coverage breaks down for Union again. They're caught flat-footed, and the speed that's been contained for most of the game in terms of the Big Red on display now. And the Dutchman holding on to this one-goal lead, 8:20 to go in the third.
Sapinski definitely did get a tip of that goal, as we just saw on the video stream replay. Good job, guys.
Fourth line out for, the Walker unit out.
Icing here against Union.
Well, now we're seeing a little bit of, nope. We had Walker out with a mellophone. I'm not quite sure this is line juggling or just a byproduct of an icing. But a mellophone's out, Walker.
Well, it shouldn't be. I mean, they just had a face-off that was clear, so. Well,
anyway, Walker to take the draw against Sterrett, Union zone.
Hines is right there on the bench, though. Not Hines. That face-off to the right side of Kupski. One. Here's Estes and Light coming up with it. Cornell. Chance to the point, just kept in by Caldis.
And this is what Union was good at in the first period, standing up the blue line, closing the gaps. There goes Kosak, Connor Light right before him.
Oh, Mellophone thought his man had the puck. The puck had rolled behind him, but Mellophone finishes his check. Here's Fiegel. Nice pass to Sterrett. Sterrett loses at the blue line. I thought
everybody
he put himself offside.
Yep.
Rick Bennett raising his arms to the linesman, but here comes Vidmar. Vidmar, he's got a trailer. It's Campolito deflected towards the net, but not on. Campolito takes it in the corner. Here's Vidmar. Oh, throws it to the doorstep. Sapinski just misses it.
It's that behind the back cross-grain play that connected earlier. Sapinski didn't see it this time.
Half wall, right side. Cornell able to loop it out. Brassard has to glove it down quickly. He's under pressure immediately by Barron.
Brassard got that. He could not reach any further back to grab that if he did, and Barron's in on a breakaway.
Now here comes Barron. He's trying to fight through Vidmar, and Cole Meyer took a nasty hit from behind that goes undetected.
And Yates knocked him down.
Under 7 minutes to go. Union leads 4-3. Union keeps it in left point. Shot towards the net. That puck is loose in the paint. And down on his belly was Stewart. The Dutchman couldn't find it.
I think Green prevented Meyer from getting the shot in the paint off into the open net.
Campbell, he'll blast it from the red line. Did that hit Stewart, Morgan?
It's somebody. Yeah. I think it was Mallet coming off the ice.
And Jello flips it off the end glass. Here's Scarfa. Union picks up again. Light. Pass deflects up on the left side. Scooped up by Walker, looking for Morgan, and chipped up again. And Walker and Scarfo driving towards the net. Scarfo comes up with it. Shot saved. Just off the toe. Stewart way out of position. Morgan skates to the corner, flips it up top. Light over to Estes. Estes with a shot. That's blocked. Rolls in front, sent towards the net. Nice poke away by Stewart.
Stewart is scrambling and having trouble controlling his rebounds right now.
Unable to keep it in is Light. And Brian, I'm with you. I don't know if we've seen some line juggling or if somebody hasn't, because something doesn't look quite right with the lines. Have we seen Kosak in a couple shifts?
Yeah, Kosak's been out there
right now.
Harrison we have not seen.
Well, Kosak did not start the game on this line, and now we're going to get a call.
We're getting a call or just getting a...
No.
A couple of hits on the far wall as McCray was involved with Josh Kosak.
Sapinski, a mellophone, and Kosak are functioning as a line right now.
Almost haven't seen much of Harrison or Tyler Hines. Not much of Brendan Taylor here in the third period. And Bennett wants this game. He's going to shorten the bench. 5:32 to go in the third. Defensive zone draw for the Big Red. Union up 4-3.
And the strangest part about it, this is guys that started the game on 3 different lines.
Yeah.
Anyway, faceoff will stay in the Cornell zone to the right-hand side of Stewart. Sapinski.
Standard top unit out for the Dutchman, however. Ronaldo, Vidmar, Sapinski. Betts to take the draw for Cornell.
Tied up in the circle, now kick to the end wall. The linesman kind of got in the mix. Rinaldi falls down. Vidmar delivers a hit, kept in at the blue line, sent high over the net. From the point, Cornell chips it out. Broussard is there. It's knocked in behind him, and this time it will be offsides against Cornell.
Visit Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady, open for lunch and dinner before or after Union games. It's the place to watch college football and hockey with friends and family. Bring in your Union hockey ticket on game day for 10% off your bill.
So here's what we know so far, Brian. Cornell will finish first, Union will finish second. Union cannot play St. Lawrence or Dartmouth in the second round.
And we'll give you some ticket information for the playoffs at the next whistle as well. Tickets are on sale for the ECAC quarterfinal to be here in Schenectady in a couple of weeks.
Here comes Union. Left side, and if Colgate wins, which they are ahead right now, Union could not play Colgate in the second round either. Union.
How that is not a call, I have no idea. Campbell just got Fiegel looks like put his arm around Campbell's neck and tackled him. Play continues.
Puck deflected in.
I would have said the same thing and went the other way. Don't get me wrong. I say it every game, Matt. I just don't know what's a penalty anymore and what isn't. And I don't think the players do either, and I think that's a huge problem.
4.5 to go. Well, we saw last night in the first period, Brian, that nothing was getting called, and then it led to things getting a little out of hand, and then everything had to get called, and that's not how it should be. Mallett in behind, a couple players collide. Union with 3 skaters in behind. Poke to the corner to Kosak. So Kosak, Walker, and a mellophone now. And you may be right, Tyler Hines, who we mentioned may have looked a little gassed.
Taylor, it's his first game in 4. And looks like Harrison's the odd man out. Those 3 guys not seeing the ice here in the third period.
No. Sent down ice. Here comes Cairns.
Dutchman trying to gain some confidence going into the playoffs. I want this bad. It's the second-ranked team in the country, top team in the conference.
A lot to be, much more at stake here for Union right now than Cornell.
Remember how bitter Union was a couple weeks ago when they lost to Cornell with a late goal in the third period?
Yes.
They want to get some revenge, and they have a chance to do it.
And offsides again against Cornell. Union has a slim shot at an at-large bid to the tournament, but if they lose this game, that becomes a no shot, and winning this game helps that possibility.
By the way, the tickets for the quarterfinal playoff at Mesa Rink, a best-of-3 series, will be held from March 9th, 10th, and 11th. Those tickets are on sale right now at unionathletics.com. You can buy tickets for 1 game, 2 games, or all 3.
And Union will play the second lowest seed remaining after the first round of the playoffs, so we won't know who that is, obviously, until after next weekend. We just know it will not be St. Lawrence and Dartmouth, and most likely not Colgate.
May have to wait till next Sunday night. Wouldn't be surprised the way this league is so competitive.
Well, speaking of upsets, Brown is leading Dartmouth 2-0.
Good pressure here by Cornell in the forecheck.
5 skaters back in behind the Union net again. 3 minutes exactly remaining in the third period. Union holding on to a 1-goal lead. Shot through traffic, doesn't get through.
Haven't seen a lot of these guys, Betts, Router, and Bald here in the third period. They're getting a shift and showing some good legs.
Campolito trying to use his speed. He'll roll it in and safely head off. Stewart out to stop it. Stewart loses the puck briefly to Scarfo, but McCray is there to bail him out. Cornell scoops it up. Router chips it in. 2.5 to go. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on Stewart. Coleus has run hard to the corner. Seems to be okay. Coleus, puck in behind along the end wall. Coleus has been a bit of a marked man since his hit in the first period.
Oh, he's out, gets a monster amount of ice time as well, so plenty of opportunities to get Vas Coleus.
Wraparound try again, partially blocked. Nice play by Coleus. Cornell. They're moving the puck well in behind. They've made a change on the fly. Nuttall comes in. Nuttall, he'll try the wraparound. Knocked away by Melifone. Sent in front. Kupski can't get to it. Puck pushed in deep again.
Good job by Meyer to come back and get Nuttall after he got past the Melifone.
Extra attacker out. McCray. Shot, save, big rebound. Union clears it down ice. This will be icing against Union.
Well, Melifone knocked this man into the cage. That was a great save by Jake Kupski because it was through traffic. Router is in the net, and Kupski was able to flash out the left leg as Stewart had come to the bench for the extra attacker with 1:39 to go in the third period. And this face-off will come back into Union zone. Both teams have their timeout still. See if Rick Bennett takes it here.
Again,
and he does.
As a note, we will not have a coach post-game.
Well, this gives us an opportunity to thank the following sponsors for their support: Capital Care Medical Group, Courtyard by Marriott, Hampton Inns Schenectady, Ortho New York, Trustco Bank, the Union Inn, Ford, Dean and Rotundo Trial Attorneys, CEFQ, Mohawk Honda, Coca-Cola, the Brown Coach. I got more, Matt. CDPHP, Curtis Lumber, Center Street Pub, Doubletree by Hilton, the Van Dyke Lounge, Pinhead Susan's Homewood Suites, New Country Lexus of Latham, and Douglas Elman Commercial.
You know, you're supposed to spread those out. So.
Well, we got about a minute to go in the third period. What can I tell you?
Union has outshot Cornell 36-23, so Cornell has had about 8 shots here in the periods.
Yeah, they had 15 coming into the period. 10-8 are the shots in the third in favor of the Dutchmen. And blocks are 10 apiece. Faceoffs 34-23 in favor of Cornell. And a big face-off will be right here in Union zone with 1:39 to go in the third. Hayden Stewart on the bench, extra attacker out for the Big Red. Dutchmen just took their timeout. They'll get Brett Sapinski to take the draw. They got Cole Meyer out there as well, so 2 centermen. Union's not happy with Cornell taking a tremendous amount of extra time coming out of this timeout.
Union fans giving the Dutchman in the senior class.
Sterrett will take the draw. So Sterrett comes in at 54%. Sapinski at 56% for this critical draw to the right of Jay Kupski.
Sterrett is Cornell's best faceoff man. He seems to take a lot of the big draws. He took the draw in the game-winning goal for Cornell against Union back in Ithaca. Up top, Caldas has another face-off win for the Big Red. Union trying to tip the puck up and out they do.
It's Connor White. Back in your mind as he get his first as a Dutchman to the empty net.
Yates, pass, kept in at the right point by Rauter. Skates to the half wall right side. The pass is partially blocked. Here's Vidmar, 3-on-2 towards the empty net. Fed back to Meyer, who could not get the shot on net.
Sensational block with a stick by McRae.
Now, a blast. What a toe save again by Kupski.
What a play by McRae, though, to knock down that Meyer offering, and then a huge save by Kupski.
Vidmar trying to get it out again as we hit the final minute of play. Cornell working the puck along the half wall right side. And Union does chip it down ice, but this will be icing again against the Dutchman.
No timeout here for Rick Bennett, so these guys will have to stay on the ice. And Sapinski took the draw on the right side of the ice. This faceoff will be, I believe, on the left side. We'll see if Sapinski takes it again. Mike Schaefer will change up his line, so it looks like Locke will take the draw. He's at 52%, and will be Sapinski. Locke a left-handed shot, Sapinski a right-handed shot to the left of Jay Kupski. Tired Dutchman out, 48 seconds to go.
Puck pulled back to the corner, Cornell attacking. 5 skaters in the corner, 3 red, 2 Dutchmen. Cornell has the puck. It's Mullen. Union gets a steal. Vidmar chips it up and gets it down ice. Meyer trying to battle with his man, finds the puck, partially blocked, it's still loose. How is there not a penalty there? Cornell turns the puck around, 24 seconds to go. Mullen takes a hard hip check by Connor Light, and the fans like it.
Almost knocked him into the Union bench.
Cornell, just 15 seconds to go. J.C. Broussard trying to scoop it out, bouncing to the doorstep, across the paint, out the other side. Estes trying to get it out. Meyer finally does, and that will do it. With the whistle blowing, Union College has defeated the Cornell Big Red by a final score of 4-3. With nothing at stake in the regular season, Brian, these teams finished 1-2. I think this game means a lot to Union heading into the postseason.
They'll have this one in the memory banks if they're fortunate enough to meet Cornell again. And as we said, the only way that can happen is both teams advance to the conference championship game in Lake Placid. But the Dutchmen, if you look at the teams ahead of them in the pairwise, have struggled only 1 win. That was against North Dakota. Omaha's ahead of them. The Dutchmen dropped 2. Minnesota, Cornell. Clarkson, Union's lost twice too, so they get a big win against Cornell. And what I liked about this game was the effort for Union, and they were able to neutralize, for the most part, the speed of the Big Red. Now, if these two teams meet again, pretty much guaranteed to see Galita. That may be a little bit of difference. The Stewart was okay, but not great. But Union needed this victory, definitely for the confidence building going into the playoffs.
I mean, you're right. Obviously, Stewart was in instead of Galida, but Union did score 3 against Galida back in Ithaca as well. So it's not like they did not score on him.
And one thing that is interesting if these two teams meet again is Cornell cannot stop the Union power play. It's 5 for 6 against the Big Red this year.
All right, let's recap the scoring. Cornell would actually get things going in the first period on the power play. Yanni Caldis will get his 4th of the year to make the score 1-0. Union, however, would answer back on senior night. Ryan Scarfo, the senior, getting his 20th of the year, a power play goal for the Dutchman to tie it at 1. Late in the first period, however, just a minute later, Matt Cairns for the Big Red would score, and Cornell would go to the locker room up 2-1. Union, however, would get a power play halfway through the period, and Cole Meyer, off a fantastic feed from Vidmar, would tie the game at 2. Second power play goal of the game for Union. And then in the third period, Union again on the power play. J.C. Broussard, another senior, will score, his 2nd of the year. Cornell would answer back just a minute or so later. Mullen would score to tie it at 3. However, halfway through the period, Brett Sapinski will get the game winner, tipping in that Rinaldi offering off the Cornell turnover, and Union goes on to a 4-3 win. 26 shots for Union, 24 for the Big Red, and Union will finish the regular season 21-13-2 in league play, 16-5-1. They will finish number 2 here in the ECAC. Cornell will finish number 1. And Union College gets the W and heads to the postseason with a win and a tie. Let's be honest. I mean, Union has been playing some pretty good hockey. They have not lost much of late.
6-0-1 in their last 7, and only 1 loss in their last 12 games now.
And again, Cornell, the number 1 seed in the conference, and Union lost 3-4 in their building, won 4-3 here. And they certainly did not look outmatched in any way, shape, or form. They outshot the Big Red here. And as you mentioned, the Union power play is lethal against Cornell. So could, obviously both these teams have to win next week and get to Lake Placid and win, but will be very interesting, and I think this is a big win for Union College, and it's a very outside shot, but this will help their chance at a possible at-large bid to the NCAA tournament, which Cornell is locked in at. Elsewhere on the out-of-town scoreboard, Clarkson ahead of Quinnipiac 3-2 late. Harvard and Yale tied at 1 late. Brown has just defeated Dartmouth 3-0. Colgate leads RPI 3-2 with 5:20 to go, and Princeton and St. Lawrence are tied at 3 late in the third period, so we can't really give you any other final numbers, but obviously you can check the ECAC hockey website, ecachockey.com, for the standings in about 20 minutes to a half hour, and you'll get the full playoff seedings, and you'll know what's going where. Again, Union definitely cannot play Dartmouth or St. Lawrence in the second round, and assuming Colgate gets the win that they're going to, then Colgate they could not play, but anybody else could be an option. Brian, we've got the senior ceremony coming up, so we're going to have to wrap things up here in just a minute. You have any final thoughts on this?
4 seniors to be honored for the Dutchman, a class that started with 8. A couple guys left the program, a couple guys went pro early, and it's going to be a proud night for the 4 seniors being honored, and Ryan Scarfo, J.C. Broussard, Connor Light, and Tyler Hines. And there's a lot of good feelings when you compete, but going out on top, and season still got plenty of action to go, but these seniors wanted that senior night win desperately, and they got it. They must feel very good right now in a Union Dutchman team that is playing their best hockey. You know, they may have had a little bit of an off night last night, but they're playing their best hockey at the right time of the year. You know, Matt, if you told me at 0-5 back in October that Union would finish second, knock off Cornell in the season finale, and be one of the favorites basically to get to not only Lake Placid but the finals, I would call you crazy, but that's exactly what happened. So hats off to Union for able to overcome a slow start to the season and being as good a position as anyone could imagine going into the playoffs, which will start here in Schenectady for the Dutchman in 2 weeks.
And we will be on the air at 6:45. Opponents to be determined. Again, get your tickets at unionathletics.com. Also, don't forget, we do have Coach's Corner Live, our final show of the year, coming your way Tuesday night, 6 p.m. from the Van Dyke on Union Street. We'll be talking to Rick Bennett about the last couple of weeks and preview the playoffs a bit, get his report card as well. That's the Van Dyke, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Please be there. I want to thank our guest, Union coach Rick Bennett. We want to thank the PAC Network crew, and of course, we want to thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, you can always email us, unionhockeyradio@gmail.com. That's unionhockeyradio@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/unionhockeyradio. Again, our goal scorers for Union College, J.C. Broussard, Brett Sapinski with the game winner, Cole Meyer, and Ryan Scarfo. Alongside Brian Unger, I am Matt Dubray. Our final score, Union 4, Cornell 3. This has been a Dutchman Sports Network presentation. Have a great night, everybody.
Union College Dutchmen. We start commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to direct your attention to center ice, where we will be welcoming our four 2017-18 seniors and their families. Our first game tonight leads the team in defenseman scoring, having produced 2 goals and 19 assists from the blue line. With 21 points this season, he has doubled his point production from last year. He will be graduating Union with a degree in managerial economics. He is joined by his parents, Claude and Brenda, and his sister, Gabrielle, is with us via FaceTime. And of Situate, Massachusetts, please welcome number 14, J.C. Broussard! Our second senior, who has a childhood dream of wearing a Union sweater, and his dream came true 4 years ago after a 35-point season in his final year of junior hockey. In his time at Union, he has appeared in 50 games, scoring 3 goals and 7 assists, including one against RPI in this year's Bears Cup game. He will be graduating from Union this spring with a degree in economics, joined by his parents, Jerry and Robin, in addition to his grandparents and extended family in Section 6. He is a local from Newland, New York. Please welcome to the ice, number 23, In his 4 years at Union, he has appeared in 94 career games. Majoring in managerial economics, he has maintained a 3.55 cumulative grade point average. He is joined by his parents, Brian and Rhonda, and his sisters, Royce and Avery. From Sudbury, Massachusetts, let's hear it for number 22, Kevin! Scoring with 20 goals and 13 assists. He has played in every single game of his career, logging 149 games played so far, and has tallied 48 goals and 37 assists in that time. He will graduate from Union College with a degree in managerial economics. He is joined by his parents, Paul and Carrie Ann, and sister Shabazz. He is a native of North Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Let's give it up for number 9, Ryan Scott! Ladies and gentlemen, one more hand for our 4 wrestlers in the class of 2018.
Hey, how's it going? I'll keep this brief, but we just want to say a couple thanks. First and foremost, President Ainley and his wife Judith. They're heading into retirement next year, so I'd like to thank them for all their support over these 4 years. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this, so thank you. Next up, I'd like to thank Frank Mesa for raising the donations for the rink renovation post-graduation. Thank you. And next, I'd like to thank Jim McLaughlin. Again, all the support from these guys. We wouldn't be able to do what we do. And you know, it goes a long way and we really appreciate it. So I'd like to say thanks to them. Next, I'd like to thank the boys. It's a new group every year, but you guys are awesome. All my 7 brothers, you guys are the best, so thank you. To the staff, giving myself, the rest of the seniors an opportunity to play these last 4 years. Appreciate you guys giving us a chance, so thank you. Lastly, I think it goes without saying here, our parents, for 20 plus years here, they've been supporting us, driving the rink at 6 a.m. for practice, helping us tie our skates when we were little. You guys are the best. Wouldn't be able to do it without you, so thank you. And just one more thank you. To the Mesa faithful, you guys were awesome tonight. For 4 years, it's been the best place, so thank you very much.
Let's hear it one more time for the seniors. thank you for attending tonight's game. Reminder, Union will be the #2 seed in the ECAC hockey tournament. They'll be in the quarterfinals beginning March 9th here at Messerite against the opponent to be determined. On behalf of the Union College hockey team and Union College Athletics, please drive home safely. Good night!